Because you don't need 20 friends. You just need 3 motherfuckers, and you could take over a country. Okay, that's what we're confused as Americans. We think we need all these motherfuckers. You give me 3 bad motherfuckers, and you're finished. You understand me? You're fucking finished. Because we got each other.
Beyond Wednesdays, we got the things to do. Beyond Wednesdays, bring the Wednesday night review. Comics and collectibles, and sometimes comedy too. Yes, it's Beyond Wednesdays, so sit down, what else you gonna do?
The following program deals with a controversial subject. The theories expressed are not the only possible interpretation.
The viewer is invited to make a judgment based on all available information.
What up, everybody, and welcome to another Wednesday night. Happy New Year's Eve, New Year's, whatever, whenever you're watching this. Happy New Year's.
It's almost New Year somewhere.
I know, right? Somewhere. It probably all the people in the UK are what, like, it's already New Year's over there. So
Yeah. I watched the video on that today. So big shout out to who's sent me that? I think it's They Call Me Bruce. They Call Me Bruce sent me that video. I want to say.
That's fucking funny. Shout out to everybody in the chat. You guys, we have a crazy show tonight. Hope you guys enjoyed the session, as I always do. It's always enjoyable to me. Hopefully it's enjoyable to you. And yeah, here's some of our UK peeps in the chat saying Happy New Year's from the UK. That's what I'm talking about. But we have a crazy show tonight. We have it's New Year's Eve, 1. 2, we have a chance for you guys to get probably one of the best Sveta covers I've seen in a while, and that's saying a lot. I feel like every cover, I shouldn't say I've seen in a while. It's one of the best Sveta covers because every cover I see of hers is fucking good, right?
Every new cover is the best cover.
Every new cover is the best cover. You're exactly right, dude. That's exactly what it is. And Adam's joining us tonight because he's got a special New Year's present for everybody tonight.
I do.
Which is going to be fun.
Both a comic and some news.
Yeah, some comic. And listen, the comic is a cool part, but wait until you hear what the future holds. That's going to be the big part. We're also going to talk a little bit about new comics. You know, new comic book day. I don't know how many of you guys went out and got anything today. That
was my first thing I did this morning when I woke up. Was like, I'm gonna go hit the comic book shop.
Yeah. So.
But anyone that did buy from my whatnot shows, I did pack up everything, and then that's already out to the post office and all that. But I did accidentally pack someone an extra book, and it ended up being a glow in the dark Mark Spears.
Oh wow!
Yeah, so I pulled that on my Instagram live, and then I put that on this pile of the side, and then I didn't really pay attention. I was throwing in extra books, and I was also like looking for other books, getting ready to grade, and then I was like, "Where's this glow in the dark book?" And I was like, "Did I really pack that away and like give it to someone?" So good luck so if you did buy from me, you might end up with that.
Not bad. People in chat are asking, what's the deal with Sac Anime this weekend, Adam?
Oh, do I have people coming to Sac Anime? Are there Sacramento folks?
I think so, yeah.
Sac Anime is a huge event. It's actually one of the biggest anime shows in California. It's second only to maybe not AX, and then the one in San Jose is probably bigger anime. But it's a big show. There's 100,000 people there, and it's just massive. So we'll have new prints. If you guys saw the Akira and the Ghost in the Shell and a couple Has Been Hotel prints, so there'll be 4 new prints there. But mostly just prints. We won't. I typically don't bring her comics there. Every time I have, they haven't done well. If you're coming to Sac Anime and you want me to bring something, message me tonight because I do set up tomorrow. But yeah, it's a good event. It's a great event. I've been there for 15 plus years probably.
Here's the question. I still get a lot of this, and it's normal. I don't think it's a bad thing, but people always asking about Sveta, being the chance of her being at a con anytime soon. And is there any updates on that that you can let the people know or explain about that?
Yeah, I mean, it's actually just as simple as she can't leave Ukraine until the war ends. So when you hear that the war has ended, then she can start appearing at shows. I wish there was some other way. I wish that we could tell you, that, I'm sure people are like, oh, well, I know people that have left. It's not that easy. She has family there. She has a husband. Sorry, guys. Sorry, Yi. And, there's just a lot of politics involved, obviously. So, if she could come to a show, she would. When she can come to a show, she absolutely will. She's excited to meet all of you. She's excited about all of this. I mean, you have no idea. I love chatting with her. I chat with her every day, and you guys have no idea how grateful she is to you guys. She really is, and so she would love to meet you. And when she can, she will.
That's cool. That's really cool, and we're all we're hoping that is soon for sure. She has been. It's pretty amazing to watch this. This year, we were talking about this backstage. This year has been so exciting in our little world of comics. This world that we have, and this community that we've kind of created, and it's been so much fun because we see a lot of these artists and creators that we fall in love with, and that then we become friends with them, and it's fun to root for them. You know what I mean? Like, we talk about it all the time with Mark. We talk about it all the time with Sveta. We talk about it all the time with Suspiria. Like, when we love we're drawn to them by their art, but then you actually find out like about them and who they really are, and it makes you more drawn to root for them and want good things to happen for them. And I love that, and that's what makes it fun, because this year, all of our favorite artists have done just really amazing work and kind of just blown up, and it's fun to watch them grow. It was really cool last night to be going over the Cover Price 2025 end of the year list live as it dropped and see Sveta's name on there. Isn't that crazy?
Dude,
it's awesome.
Yeah,
I mean, so many checks clearing, like, it's great.
Yeah. No, it was like I told you backstage, like, she saw it before me, and so she texted me, and it's what I woke up to this morning, and it was just, I was like just dumbfounded. I was like, first off, I was like, man, where are they getting these numbers? How do they have this information? How do they know what we're doing? and so, but then I calmed down and I realized what it was. And actually, Matt contacted me later today, and he really kind of went over it with me and explained to me what it was. And it's just impressive. And it's thanks to you guys too. And just, don't think that it's not. Don't think that not only Beyond Wednesdays, you guys have been amazing and have absolutely everything to do with her success. But the fans, the fans that, you've brought to her is why she's on that list. It's the absolute reason why she's on that list.
Amen. Fucking man. I couldn't agree more. And one thing that we've learned over the last year is Sveta has some major fans out there. And I mean, like, a lot of fans that are new to the comic book community. And we, when we first announced the Harley Elvira book, it was amazing to see her fan base come out of, like, into our world, and I think a lot of her fans are coming into the comic world because they're looking for her art. And
yes,
let me see here. How many people are with us? There's 137 watching right now. So there are a lot of you that are probably just here waiting for us to drop a link for this amazing cover right here. So I want to say, like,
but we're gonna keep on talking.
Yeah. What?
Yeah, that's all. Hey, I just got here. What do you guys want to talk about? Let's get it going.
Let's talk about this.
I had to finish Stranger Things. Sorry.
Yeah,
don't spoil it,
don't
'cause
spoil
No,
it.
no, no.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say a damn thing. And like, I wanted to be able to use Twitter and Instagram to say Happy New Year's to people.
Yeah.
So I got that shit out. I got that shit out of the way. I'm waiting
Yeah.
for 10
Nice.
freaking years, dude. I could wait till 5 o'clock today,
Yeah.
and it's over. It's over 2 hours. I don't think that's a spoiler. I looked it
No.
up to see when it would end. If it was 4 hours, I wasn't gonna start it. So yeah,
Yeah. So
Yeah, I'm like halfway through.
explain
halfway. Okay.
the Mandy cover, because this popped up out of nowhere for a lot of us. And what
Yeah,
a freaking cover this is. Oh my gosh.
So we were contacted by Dean Yeagle's representative a few months ago. It's been a while, actually. I think it was actually right before New York. They contacted us, and I did a little digging on as to who they were and whatnot, making sure that it's Dean Yeagle's guys. And Dean Yeagle, man, I mean, anybody my age especially, he's fantastic as far as like we grew up seeing Mandy and Playboy, and
Yeah, pin-up style art.
just an iconic character.
Yeah.
And so I was excited, and as soon as I told her, she was excited. And it took us a little while to get the deal done, but we got it done. And I believe, I'm actually not 100% sure. First off, too, guys, this is a pre-order. We should have these in hand, I believe the second, maybe the third week of January. So I haven't seen them yet. And I believe it's a Dean Yeagle. I think what they print is like a tribute book. And it's got like, obviously, all Mandy comics and Dean Yeagle pinups and stuff like that. But I'm not 100% sure what's inside this book. But we got the covers done.
Comic form or is it book form?
It's comic form, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it is comic form. It is paper. It's not a hardbound or a square bound, even, as far as I don't think it's square bound. Not based off of what I paid, like, because we paid for these, obviously. And it was when I looked at the order from the printer, they look like standard comic, orders and stuff. So but yeah, this is the cover. They're limited. They're super limited. There's only 100 of each. There's 100 of this cover here, the dress cover, and there's 100 of the undress cover. And tonight we're going to give you guys a little bit of a discount, and we're going to release half of them. So they're going to go quick, I'm sure.
Cool.
But you guys will get a little bit of a discount.
Yeah, and there's none left. Yeah, haven't even dropped it yet, and they're gone.
Haven't even dropped it yet. Yeah. But we promised. If you remember back when we did the Baltimore book, we said we would leave your wallets alone for the rest of the year, and so we figured, this is pretty darn close to the new year, so we're gonna hit you up.
It's like a layup, right?
Yeah,
like
exactly.
Depending on what time zone you're in.
Yeah, we held it. I mean, we did. We've had this for a while, and we're like, no. We told them no more.
So there's 100 of each of one of the Happy New Year cover. I'll say, shout out to Big Clutch.
I
And
don't even think I'm a member.
you don't have to be, bro. You're on the show. Yeah,
you're on the panel.
I hope you're, dude. Yeah.
And
I think.
dude, this cover is fantastic. I can't believe how good this is. And there's only 100 of each, you guys. Oh, that's crazy. So here you go. Here's another advantage of you guys that make it every week to the live shows. Yep. We can't thank you enough. Half the reason we do this is because you guys make it possible for us to do this with your guys' support, showing up every week and helping our shows and helping the brand and just being part of the community. So we're going to drop a link here in a second for you guys. So get ready for it. They're going to go fast.
You want a link, or we're going to SvetaShubina.com.
Okay.
Let's see.
Let me go to
SvetaShubina.com. And I'll when you're ready to refresh, I'll drop the first one.
Okay. Do me a favor. Put the link in the private chat before we do anything. So, guys, this is going to be a great way to end the new year. Big show tonight. Thank you for hanging out. And there we go. So let me do this. Here you guys go. SvetaShubina.com. And where can they find it, Adam?
It's gonna pop up on the main page as soon as I hit this button right here.
So start refreshing,
so
you guys.
The dressed should be up now. Oh boy, maybe not. It's spinning. You guys are. There we go. let's go to the undressed.
You guys crashed the website.
Wow.
Wow.
All right, undressed is.
I'm not there yet.
All right, undressed should be there.
SvetaShubina.com on the front page.
Yep, should be on the front page. Should populate on the front page.
There it is, right there. Here you guys go. Yeah. /products/Mandy. Here you go. Its link is in the chat. There's your first link for the dressed one. Super limited. There you guys go. And then here's your link for the undressed. Super limited. And that's listen. Adam, you said that earlier about how much Sveta appreciates her fans and appreciates us over here at Beyond Wednesdays, and
yes.
you know, that was a big deal to hear that. I mean, she made a post today where she put all of her covers of the year, and she said it couldn't have happened. Thank you to her fans, and she tagged a bunch of people, and I thought that was so cool, and it meant a lot. It meant a hell of a lot for us. You know. We're fans as well, you guys, and we find these people and these artists and creators because we're fans of their art. And I can't thank you guys enough that come and hang out with us again every live show. And this is the type of stuff that, you know, if you show up at these live shows, you don't even really get notified on it. You know, it's like the night before we're gonna tell you guys, which I think kind of makes it even more special. And these are gonna sell out very quickly, so. If you guys don't get them tonight and you're watching this on the rewind, where can they get this? Can they get it?
They'll be on the same site, obviously, and I believe we'll probably drop the rest next week. We'll probably just do it on Monday.
Okay.
Would be my guess.
Okay. They're gone.
They're gone.
Are they gone?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
Dang, my order didn't go through.
I got one.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I got one.
You got one?
Right.
Yeah. We even buy them here, you guys. Just so you know.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
You guys don't want to know. Like, you guys can ask Adam how much money I paid him for Sveta this year, dude.
It's been pretty good. Yeah.
They took my San Diego budget.
Yeah.
I was pretty dude. I got the PayPal.
The con hadn't even
code.
started yet.
I was pretty worried, but I got it in.
Well, I got it real quick. Congratulations, everybody that got one of those. And not only, you know, we do pay for stuff, but sometimes we get lucky and we get one of these in the mail.
That thing's gorgeous.
Oh my gosh, dude.
Yeah, man. We decided a while ago. It's actually been months in the making, you guys, that we were going to make sure that you guys got something for Christmas. And if you guys don't know, if the watchers don't know, this is the book that came out through Massive in their Christmas bundle, except for these are metal, and metals were only created and given out to people that that supported us this year. And Beyond Wednesday's crew is absolutely a big part of that. So
thanks, man. Yeah, they're like 3D metal too.
Yeah, they're amazing.
Yeah.
Like I don't know, like you're not. This camera's not going to do it.
Yeah.
No, it's hard to get it.
I don't know if you can't pick up the texture with your fingers. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. You can't really see it, but it's like etched. It's fucking beautiful, man.
Yeah, it's like it's like 3D, dude. If you
and what's even cooler is, dude, the look on these and these are badass, dude. They have like this almost like paint sparkle finish to them.
Yeah, everybody that orders through the website orders the prints has been getting those for a couple of years now. Those certificates, yeah.
Oh wow.
We only give them out with the prints. So,
dude, these are so dope.
Yeah, those are nice quality.
Yeah.
So,
well, thank you for that, brother, and thank you to Sveta for that.
And people are curious because people missed. Are you going to be dropping? When and where do the rest drop? Or do you have it?
Oh, the Mandy or that Pin Apocalypse?
The Mandy.
They should be Monday. I'll have to talk to Sveta. We were doing this tonight, obviously.
Cool.
We'll probably do Sac Anime, get through Sac Anime, because I'll have a lot of work to do, obviously, after tonight, and then Monday we'll drop them. It'll be just follow her Instagram, follow Instagram, my Instagram, her Instagram, and we'll announce it. We're not going to just blindly throw it out there.
Nice.
Yeah. So make sure you guys are following not only Sveta's socials, but also Adam's Comics Board Inc. You guys can find the link. I'll drop the link in the live chat as well, and it's also in the description. Follow him. Make sure you guys are just following SvetaShubina.com, because I kind of dropped a little. Hell yeah. Thank you, Chonko. Look at that.
Thank you, Chanko.
Chonko's Comics. Mike, you're the best, man. Thanks for a great show all year, boys. Andrew and Sveta crushing everything, Adam. And shout out to Chonko, who him and Big Nasty did a really good interview with Andrew the other day.
They did, yeah. That was excellent.
Yeah.
I'm about to be on Chonko's show
yeah.
Saturday.
Yeah, Chonko's good dude. So is Big Nasty. They're great parts of this community that's continuing to grow, man, which we love. There's so many. That's another thing that's been really good about this year, is that the community that's kind of, it's funny because there's this community that was kind of like, they weren't together. Like a lot of content creators, we didn't really know each other or of each other. And then like this moment happened of almost drama that brings everyone together. And now it's like, there's even more of a community base with all the content creators, which is fun as hell. So shout out to all you guys who help create comic book content and, have these creators on your shows and bring, information to the public about it, because it's amazing. But the other thing I was saying is, people, if you've been just checking out the shop every once in a while at SvetaShubina.com, you get lucky and see things like that right there. You know what I mean? Like, you're not going to see very many of those available anywhere.
No, not at all. I do.
And you'll just see books on there just show up on there. How about this? Are you kidding me? Like, so
there's not many either.
No,
like I can say right now, there's only 2 Frankenstein up there right now, and either 1 or 2 Nightwalkers. I can't remember, but yeah.
Brian and I have cooler ones.
Yes, we do.
Right.
You get a little OA on there.
Yeah.
So
we definitely sneak comics on there.
Yeah, it's amazing. Sac Anime this weekend, which is going to be fun. But I want to talk a little bit about the future. What does the future hold? And I think that we've been saying for a long time over at Beyond Wednesdays that we feel like, and I tell you this all the time, Adam, behind the scenes, that both Sveta and Andrew are like, they're kind of like the creators that we fall in love with, that, we feel like could do more than just be an artist or a writer, or, can create more things. And I mean, Andrew is this like one-stop shop of being able to do everything. Sveta has this art base that she can do anything with, and you guys should see some of the stuff that she does that we don't even really know about, that she's worked on in the past, that is just amazing. We've been saying that we feel like they're blowing up, but they can do so much more. And 2026 is kind of a big year for that, for both of those artists or creators.
It is. Yeah, it's 2026 is going to be crazy. We've been working on some stuff. We've been working on what we're going to sneak share tonight since before San Diego. I mean, I know I told you guys in confidence, a little bit about it back then, and that's the Halloween trio. Those are her most famous characters, and they're also her most stolen characters. They get copied all the time.
Wow.
But because of that, I had the idea that, if we're going to do something, if we're going to do a comic, we need to use the trio, because the trio are Sveta. And so I asked her, I said, hey, do you have any issues with us? It was me putting together something like a horror anthology, like Tales from the Crypt, and use our Halloween trio that she created as the storytellers. They would be the Crypt Keeper, the Grave Digger. And so our first book that we're going to be coming out with is the Dreadful 3, which is her Halloween trio. It's a horror anthology, and you can see the list of talent that we already have on that we're willing to talk about tonight. There's a lot more, but there's some bangers, you guys. There's some amazing artists and writers in there, some familiar names that you're gonna see on there for sure. Yeah, like that guy right there, and who's not on tonight, oddly enough. But
He gave us a shout out
it's
in the chat.
all right.
It's New Year's Eve, so
Yeah,
It's New
he's-
Year's Eve. I know, which is why we're just kind of
I
doing.
can't stay all night, unfortunately.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But
yeah, my time is based limited on a certain factor.
right.
It's a short
So,
show tonight, but jam packed. Trust me, you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been fun. I can't tell you, man. It's been exciting. The stuff that's already done, you guys, is mind blowing. We're gonna share a little bit tonight, but
Yeah, let me show
this
some of
will
this because
yeah.
this
Let's
is
take a look.
absolutely crazy here. So let's talk about this real quick. This is
Ooh, that's a big one.
Damn.
Yeah.
Tab, what's going on? Trying to open that. All right, let me go here. Okay. There we go.
That's as good as it gets. There you go. So that's a variant cover. That's the sketch. It will be watercolored. That's all traditional art. That's by one of our artists that I'm so excited to be working with. Man, I can't tell you, her art is fantastic, and it's Manuela Sciano, and
Okay.
I think we have an Instagram link for her.
Yeah,
but
let me show you guys. Yeah, she's
you might need
unreal.
to censor it.
Yeah.
Right.
YouTube and Google. This is art. This is 100%
Right.
art. Don't destroy me. Okay, here we go. Yeah,
I'm sure there's a few pictures we can show.
yeah. Go to her IG, you guys. Look at that.
Yeah, go check out the IG. Yeah, it's a easier way to see.
Damn.
But yeah, a while ago, I forget which show it was. You asked me, who are my artists that I have, that we're going to be working with, and I wouldn't tell you. I told you that I had to keep some names close to the vest, and this is one of them.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
And man, fantastic art. This is a book that they just released. It's awesome. I ordered one of the ones that has the original art in it too. You can get that at oh man, I can't remember what site it is. I'm sure it's on the link there, but
Wow.
but yeah, she'll be doing the variant cover that you saw. There'll be a color version too that they're watercoloring. And then in a future issue 2 or 3, I'm not 100% sure yet. It'll be a full interior comic as well. So
Explain what the style of this is. Like, what is the plan for it? You're doing anthologies, and you're gonna have multiple creators do multiple stories, and the Halloween trio are kind of like like you said, the crypt keeper or the person that's kind of in, which is amazing because that means we get to see Sveta art and little Sveta, creations throughout each issue, which is awesome.
yes. So the way it'll look is, you'll have your Sveta cover, because of course we'll have Sveta covers. And then each story will be illustrated by somebody different. Sveta will be doing the introductory to each story. So there'll be a splash page that introduces every story, and Sveta will have a full page piece of artwork that introduces that story. That character will then, Boo Bell is the ghost, and she'll have, something that she's saying about the story that you're about to read. And it'll be a full illustration by Sveta, and then it'll be that team story, so new art, new writers. It's been a blast, and man, it's gonna be awesome.
I think obviously one of my favorite things about this is that, for those of you guys that don't know, and I've talked about this many times, the Halloween trio was the first thing I ever saw of Sveta, and for a lot of people that was probably the case, considering it's her most famous work. But the thing that really pulled me to it was I think this might have been the first one that I saw, because it reminded me, my mom is like really into like collecting her nostalgia, right? When she was a kid in the 50s and 60s. and she remembers like old wallpaper and like, you know, tablecloths with like these crazy images like this on it. And I'm not saying, but it looked like this type of art, you know, cherries or
Yeah.
pumpkins or like, and it and this and Sveta's style art, this type style right here specifically, really made me go, oh my god, you know, it's funny I say this now, my mom would love that. And when I remember showing my mom Sveta's cover to the Elvira book, and she was like, "Oh my god, this is amazing." But I love the fact that those characters are going to be the the thing that holds everything together, and that they're going to
Yeah.
be in a
They're gonna.
comic.
Yep.
Like I
Yeah.
fucking love that.
It's awesome. It's almost like, you know, we're, you know, like I said, this is the characters that are most stolen. You know, we're gonna make sure that people know that they're hers. You know, that's what this comic's really gonna do too, is just make sure that you know, when you see these characters, you know that they're Sveta's. This
Yeah,
is Gabriel. This is Gabriel DeCaro. Gabriel's illustrating the short story that I wrote actually, and man, his art is just so good. He's got so many books out. He's a Italian artist, I believe, and his stories are just fantastic. Like you could take all the word. You don't need to be able to read Italian, and you know what's happening because he tells such a great story with his art. His sequential art is just
oh yeah, woo, hell yeah,
yeah.
I love it, dude. Oh, look at that. Oh yeah, that's sweet, bro. Damn. Damn, look at that. That is gorgeous.
Yeah. Yep. I think that's one of the first images I saw actually that came through my feed, and I was like, hold on, you know, like who is this? You know, and start digging deep, and then I saw that Andrew already followed him actually, and Andrew already knew who he was. Andrew's very familiar with him, and so when I told Andrew that he was part of the team, Andrew was like, "Are you serious?" He's like, "I love his work." He's like, "He's one of my favorites." So that was like a bonus for sure.
Yeah.
And then we got Andrew. You guys definitely know that you know, Andrew, Sveta, and I are gonna roll together. Andrew's got a really cool story. I won't give too much away, but he basically asked the question, you know, like, you know, what happens if a werewolf doesn't bite a human but bites an animal? You know, what's going to happen? So it's really fun. He did a great job. His story's done. It looks fantastic. I can't wait for you guys to see it.
Yeah, and here's one of the things that I obviously love. I love anthologies. I think a lot of us have kind of fallen in love with anthologies over the past, you know, year or two since they've become such a big thing in comics. And I love the fact that you're going to have these, you know, you could have, you know, 10-page, maybe a 10-page story, but some might be a 2-page, a 1-page story, you know, like
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
really cool ideas. And if you're a creator out there that would want to maybe be part of this, what would they do to reach? How do they reach out to you, Adam, if they want to be part of this?
They literally just reach out to me on Instagram, and yes, 100%. You know, look at the names on there, and like I said, they're familiar names, especially to this channel, and that's, you know, because of this channel. You know, so if there are writers especially, you know, there's writers out there, please contact me. You know, we're Evan Boffman on there. He's actually a guy that I met at a horror convention, and he writes horror novels. He's never done a comic book in his life, but you know, I went, and he was a very pleasant gentleman, and I went and talked to him, and you know, I picked up his book from him, and I went through and read some of his short stories, and I said, "Hey, man, you know, let's do this." And so he's given me 2 scripts, and he's had to learn how to write, you know, from a novelist to doing like a screenwrite, basically, because that's what comic books are. Is you got to describe to the artist what's happening, you know. And he did fantastic. He's done great, and we're gonna have him hopefully in issue 2. We originally had him paired up with Vince Locke, but Vince got busy doing you know, DC Vertigo stuff. So yeah,
Well, that,
we
you
had, to
know,
let, we, had, we had to let Vince.
that's one of
Yeah,
the names, bro, that, you know, when you first
yeah,
mentioned that name, I went, holy shit, are you kidding me? And for all you horror
yeah,
fans, comic book horror fans, you
yeah.
should know the name Vince Locke. And
Or
like,
Cannibal Corpses, if you're a Cannibal
you,
Corpse fan, he did
you
all the art
got
for
it.
them. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, So Vince is still on board. Vince is still very excited to be a part of it. He just had to get bumped from issue 1. So
Josh
Wait,
playing
how
a
many
lot of
firsts do you
fours.
have in this book? How many firsts
What
do you
was
have
that?
in this book? How many firsts do you have in this book? Like first time professional writing and
First time?
first
It'll
appearance
be
characters.
oh,
You know,
oh yeah, I
like
mean
it's
it's gonna be first
multiple
appearance for all the
layers.
characters. Yeah.
Yeah.
As far as firsts, there's in the first issue, there's 2 first. Well, I don't know. I mean, I guess first writers. Yeah, 2 first writers in the first
Who does
issue.
that include?
Who does that include? That includes myself.
Yep. If you see
I had
Adam's name on there.
I had a small, insignificant 15 minutes of fame back in the early 2000s. I did a short little online only book with Jim Food, and
Nice.
it didn't go anywhere because I couldn't afford it. I couldn't afford it to go anywhere. But it was fun, and I've been trying to write God since 1999. I think is when I first started working at a comic book store, and I've been working on. I have my my books that I live by. My Save the Cat. I don't know if any of you guys are writers or screenwriters. This is my second copy of this because I went through the first one, and then I was stoked that they just I don't know about just came out, but they came out with a horror edition too. So this has been my friend lately. I got my limited edition Sveta. Bookmark in there. Yeah. So I mean, I've definitely given it a try. I've been writing the same 2 stories for decades. And then when this idea came up, I was like, you know what, I can do a short story. I can do 8 pages. And it's like I just took it as thinking of the Twilight Zone. Thinking of Twilight Zone episodes and stuff where it's like you don't have to get into detail. You don't have to explain, why this is happening. You can basically use Stephen King's, famous line of saying it's a glowing rock. Glowing rock is the reason why this happened. And it's like it took the fear out of it, I guess, for me. But then we also have a guy named Clutch, a guy named Big Clutch.
I see that.
He's also going to be contributing his thoughts and his ideas. And I've read it, and it's good. And you guys are going to be surprised. And you're probably going to be angry because you're like, man, what can't Clutch do?
I know. He's the fucking unicorn, bro.
Right?
No, he's not the unicorn. Right leg? The unicorn wants to be Clutch, right?
Exactly, dude. A fucking unicorn should be so goddamn lucky.
Right. So, yeah, I was stoked. He and I talked at LA Comic-Con and really got things moving there. And, I had scheduled a chat with him, at that show, and we were able to get away on the last day finally, and it was good. And man, he's been a huge help, as you guys know. So
well, not
I'm
only
excited.
that, listen, there's another big name I see on here, and that's Flops Comics. And I'm going to remind everybody who we're talking about here, because Flops just put out let me do this here. Hold on.
Marian Heretic.
Yeah. Did you guys see his Marian Heretic? Oh my gosh.
Yep. I
was
got
late on that. Printed sold out in 2 hours. Nobody texted me. God damn it. What the fuck, dude? I miss a week. I'm out or what?
Yeah.
Yeah. We popular now. Like,
Yep. No, he is a gentleman. Let me tell you, man. He is so, and he's been on your show, and he's so excited to be a part of our project.
Hell yeah!
And if you've seen his interviews and you know what Flops is doing next year, then you have to assume that there might be somebody on his project as well.
Yep. Yes,
it's
sir.
Yeah.
Yeah, you love walking up to Boom in New York Comic Con with Flops, Sveta.
Yeah. No, we're so excited to work with him. And he's a writer too. Many of you, I don't know if all you guys know that, but he's doing some short stories of his own, and I don't think this will be the only time that you see Flops' name fall into our project, or vice versa. So
listen,
we're happy to know him.
I think 2026 is going to be a even bigger year than 2025 was for Flops Comics, for Sveta Shubina, for
Yeah.
Andrew Tarasov. For you, Adam, it's going to be a big year, man. You have got a big year coming ahead of you, and I am super
Yeah.
happy for you, bro, because
Thank you.
I think that you deserve it. You know you've been working your ass off, and I hope that this series and how everything happens with it is a complete success. How is it going to be brought to the public? What is your plans on how to do this?
So issue 1, which will be a deluxe issue, will be kickstarted, and that's going to happen in February, early February. We're going to run that Kickstarter. We'll likely have fulfillment in March. We're way ahead of this already. Like as far as we're already working on issue 3, and so we did that on purpose. I actually learned that from Andrew. Like watching Andrew do all of Pin Apocalypse, run it all over in Europe first, and have it all ready to go here was just brilliant. So when we talked to you in San Diego, we were already working on it, and so we're already pretty deep into it. It'll run in the Kickstarter first. We do have a publisher that I'm not allowed to talk about yet, but they want to run it in May solicitation for retail, and that'll be, of course, all new covers, and it's going to not be the deluxe. It'll be a regular edition, and that'll be running for a solicitation in May for a San Diego Comic-Con release. So they want it for San Diego.
Wow! Oh man,
Oh,
that's
yeah,
gonna
dude.
be
Are you sure you want to tell everyone
massive.
here? I mean, there's no one watching. It's just us.
Right.
So.
It's just us. Yeah.
Wow.
No, I gotta let the ink dry before we can talk about that.
Okay,
Gotcha.
so you do have a con coming up in March. I believe MegaCon is coming.
We do.
Is there
Yeah.
any thoughts on
Yeah.
what's going to be going on for MegaCon?
So MegaCon, you gentlemen that will be there in person will definitely have a chance to pick something up. This picture you're looking at right now is actually also the cover of the preview edition that'll be released at MegaCon.
Boom.
We'll have a
Fucking
preview
A.
edition that comes out at MegaCon. We'll do an online release as well, of course, like we do for New York and San Diego. But we will have them in hand, in person. That'll be your
Sweet.
first chance to get them at MegaCon.
That's awesome.
Oh yeah.
That's sick.
I can't wait for all the amazing stories from new creators to all of us. We're going to find a lot of, that's why I love anthologies, because you find new creators through anthologies, and when they're really fun, cool ideas and that make you go, oh, that's cool. You search out their other stuff. So it's going to open our eyes to a lot of new creators, but it also is going to give, selfishly, it's going to give the Halloween trio a chance to just be all over some amazing art and some amazing covers.
It is.
It's going to be so much fun to see those characters and just have those characters be fleshed out over hopefully a long series, or different volumes. I think this is one of the best ideas that I've heard of in a long time. I told Adam that the first time I heard it, and I think most people that you've told about this have said the same thing, I imagine. So.
People are excited. We're excited. And the other thing to keep in mind too is, this is creator owned, and we, like I said, at the very bottom of that list there, it says, and many, many more. There are a lot more names coming, and there's definitely some crossovers coming. So there's going to be Halloween trio crossing over with some characters that you might already know.
That's fucking awesome, dude. That is awesome. So, you guys, 2025 is coming to an end. 2026 though is the future already looks bright. I can't stress
So
that enough.
much coming up. Yeah.
Oh my god, dude. So that's fucking
Sweet.
awesome. All right, so Sac Anime this weekend, I believe. You're gonna have
anybody
set up there.
If somebody shows up to Sac Anime, that'd be amazing. Like, I mean, it'll be packed, but I didn't know that anybody in our YouTube family here were in my area, which would be pretty neat to meet somebody or see somebody.
Make sure if you guys go,
yeah.
you stop by, you at least say hello, because that's another cool part about this. We think we're so far away from people, and we're connected in a major way, even more through things like this. And I hope it goes well, man. What's the next big thing after Sac Anime that you're going to be set up at?
I was talking to Sveta. I've been talking to some friends too. I usually do 2 shows a month, and we have our schedule planned already for the entire year. And man, I
Wow.
love it. Like I get a break because we're doing the comic. I need to be here doing the comic, and so we have Sac Anime and then MegaCon. I get all of
Oh
February off
wow.
That's
to get this
awesome,
book
bro.
done and to get it
Okay.
out, and I'm stoked. So yeah, I'll be working to make sure that MegaCon is a banger.
MegaCon's going to be
That's
a major
exciting.
banger, bro. Especially for
Yeah.
you. I think overall it's going to be crazy. I know we can't wait. We're looking forward to it. It's going to be fun, dude. It's going to be a lot of fun. So,
Yep. Yep.
brother, thank you so much, man.
Thank you.
We can't thank you enough. We love Andrew and Sveta, but man, you have really been amazing, and keep up the good work. I think you run an amazing ship over there with what you do, and make sure you guys are following Comic Sport Inc. On IG. And if you guys want to be a part of this project, maybe it's something that you want to check out, you want to ask about, reach out to him. IG.
Yeah.
Find a way.
Yep.
He's very easy to
Don't
be.
be afraid. Yeah.
You got it.
Yep.
You got it. So, and congratulations to everybody that got their early copies of the Mandy book, because that is gorgeous. And thank you for allowing the community here to get that shot, bro.
For sure. Thank you. Appreciate you guys. And
For sure, man.
like I said,
And I'm proud of the viewers too, because they beat us on the panel and we get it, and there's a time delay. That's even more amazing.
Right.
Yeah.
No, Sveta, Andrew, and I, we can't thank you guys enough. Really, 2025 has been amazing. The group has been fantastic, and we're so happy that you guys brought us into it. So.
Hell yeah, brother.
Man. Thank you. We're happy. We're equally as happy.
All right. I'll talk to you soon, bro.
Take it easy,
Have a
bro.
good night.
All right. Later, bro.
Yep.
All right.
That's pretty fucking sweet. I mean, you can't get much
yeah,
better than
man.
that. Shout out to Richard for the joining the membership. Thank you so much, brother. That's only like the first part of the show tonight, you guys. We got so much to talk about. It's crazy. So we're gonna just kind of hang out and talk about some stuff. We got, we're not gonna talk about the Stranger Things finale, but can you just tell us if it was good or not,
No.
Leg?
I put in there. Yeah, it was good.
Okay.
It was good. Everybody is gonna have their happy parts and their complaints, and you know what? Depending on who you are and how you watch the show, you might not like what I liked, and I might like what you don't like, and vice versa. You got to watch it. I literally ran over here to the office as fast as I could. So I'm still kind of processing, right? So, but yeah, that's the best I'm gonna say. If you're already this far in, you're gonna watch it anyway. I wanted to be able to I don't want to log in and read my Happy New Year messages or post a Happy New Year and have it ruin for me, So that's what's up. So at 5 o'clock I started, so I could try to be done by 7. It's 2 hours and 8 or 9 minutes or something, and it looks like probably 8 minutes of that is the end credits. And I will say, so I did watch on actual Netflix, and screw you guys for commercials. I will say this, I did get some drama, got my heart going kind of drama killed by some freaking commercial breaks.
There's commercials in it? Are you kidding me?
No, you have to pay for Netflix without ads. And because of my phone service, I get Netflix for free. And because I signed up with one of the reasons I do use Netflix, so one of the reasons I signed up with, it's T-Mobile, whatever. One of the reasons I signed up for there, and it's where I live, some of it's how the service is in your area anyway. So I refuse to pay the extra monthly, because I signed up under the thing that I would have regular Netflix for free, and they kept me without ads for so long. Remember, everybody cut the cord so you don't have to watch ads. Well, that's why I steal shit now.
100%.
I want to watch your ads when I pay for you, dude. So,
yeah.
And then I didn't even try to look to see if it was released or anything, because it dropped at 5 Pacific. So I turned it on, and also like if you watch through Netflix, especially like their football and stuff like that, depending on how you watch your games, the sound does pump in significantly better than a recorded feed or something. So for the surround sound on that show, I knew I was gonna have to put up with some commercials. I was hoping they were gonna do that, like Budweiser gives you three minutes of commercials and no more for the whole show, and you'll be like, oh yeah, let's get it out of the way, you know. But no, it takes away from it. Like I wanted to post our show like in a Discord and stuff like that, and so it hits me with the commercial. Then I pick my phone up when I'm purposely don't have my phone picked up. My brain sort of takes off, you know. I'm like, well, I'm not done doing this post, and it's like, oh god damn it, now I want to watch the show anyway. Screw you for having commercials in the fucking Stranger Things finale, dude. Yeah.
One thing I do want to talk about real quick is, have you guys been paying attention to the teasers for Avengers Doomsday?
Which ones?
Yeah.
The real ones or the AI ones?
All the real they're both AI. That's my problem, bro. They're all AI. Even the real ones.
They're real though, right?
Yeah, they're real, but dude, they are so AI. The Captain America one, it's AI. There's no way that what's his name actually filmed it. It's 100% AI. Even their voices sound AI. Like the Thor one, it sounds like he's speaking in its AI voice. Like you can tell AI now. And did you guys happen to see the X-Men one? It's so AI, it's unreal.
Right.
Like
and
this
also
where it's like all these little images, these are all AI. When it shows his wheelchair going through the library, it's AI. Like that's AI right there.
That's disgusting.
Where? What has this one actually officially?
Look how bad this is right here. Watch how bad this is. That's fucking AI. And I know this one hasn't officially been tapped.
Oh, okay.
But like you're saying,
I wasn't sure if this.
Yeah.
Because like there is a big difference between the Steve Rogers one, right? I would say there's a big difference between the leaked touched up one versus like what was actually released.
Let me bring that up. Doomsday. So even the real one, it feels fake to me. Let me show you this. There we go. This is the real.
But is it just because AI is integrated into like basically everything nowadays, like in all software based, and then it's, you know, like AI is touching it up in that sense, or do you think it's prompt generated?
I think it's still prompt generated, but it's by like prompt engineers. You know what I mean? Like
okay,
like there's real
AI scripters or
yeah. Here we go. Like, tell me this isn't fake. Look, I'm not even gonna play the music. Just there's certain scenes in here that to me are AI.
I only kind of watched on my phone.
AI. This feels like AI right here.
If this was like this banger, like 3-minute commercial, I'd probably cast to the TV or just turn on YouTube on TV.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know why they'd have to AI a freaking front door.
Because it's so much easier than putting a film crew out and paying a film crew to set it up. You know what I mean? It's
cheaper for them for production.
Yeah.
Production wise, like, and then like having to schedule an actor and the full production squad, you can just prompt it through a computer now.
Yeah. This look at his face. All this feels like AI right here. That feels so much like AI, and he did not film that. It's unreal. And same with the Thor one. I think that it's like we talked about, it's a freight train and it's here. And we're just gonna have to hope that it gets better, or I don't know what to think about it, but that just was very interesting to me that all those.
Well, I can't wait to see the trailer with Red Hood in it. So
yeah, right. I know that's coming soon. That's coming soon. You guys remember that warehouse, that story about that warehouse that was found with all those comics and cards and everything? It had the Magic the Gathering, Alpha, and everything. Do you remember that? It got bought.
Was this the one in New York?
No, in California. It was in California, I believe. Check this out. This is
the California one was recent, right?
Yeah, check this out. This is them.
Like,
Right, the worst kept secret in the world is out. We found 800,000 comic books in a warehouse. And then also a whole bunch. Right, the worst kept secret in the world is out. We found 800,000 comic books in a warehouse. And then also a whole bunch of action figures, maybe 50,000 action figures in here. So look at all this behind me. Word got.
Did you? I don't know if you guys saw. Like, there was a bunch of GI Joe anniversary sets he's walking past, which are awesome.
1,000 comic books in a warehouse, and then also a whole bunch of action figures, maybe 50,000 action figures in here. So look at all this behind me. Word got out a little bit. I might have spread the word myself. I'm probably responsible for that, but yeah, it's from the 1990s. So these people, what they did is they were dealers. They would go to Comic-Con, they would go to local comic book shows, that kind of stuff, and they would just they would sell comics. They would sell comics, and they would sell action figures like this stuff right here. There you go. So they had a price tag on that guy. Super bloody leather face. You know, they would sell this kind of stuff. And there's, like I said, there's 50,000, I would estimate, action figures. They're all the way at the tops, along the top up there, a whole bunch of action figures.
Oh my God, dude, this is about as great as a dream to come true,
dude.
For all of us.
I'd just be fine. I could just live sale till I die. Call it a day.
Oh my God, yeah. I would walk in there and just like fall to my knees and be like, "Thank you, God.
Jesus Christ,
Thank
dude.
you, God."
You always hear of this rumor of like this warehouse existing and stuff like that, and this guy found it.
They're saying he's been on Whatnot all day.
Oh, he's been on Whatnot.
Yeah,
all
the
day?
chat says it. Yeah.
Is he on? Is
That's
he?
funny.
Is he going? Let's continue this real quick.
But all these boxes right here, those are all comic books. And it's, like I say, mostly 1990s, but there is some, let's see if I can show you, some other interesting stuff too. There are some older ones. I literally just happen to be standing next to these, and that's why I can show you. But yeah, so I'm sure there's thousands and thousands of these. There's also many thousands of graded comics. So I'll post some more. I'll show you what's here. Might be kind of fun to see. And then also there's cards. We got cards too. It's loaded.
Look at this, bro. Check this shit out. Watch this.
Mutant Ninja Turtles box, all graded. 9.8.
Oh shit! The Michelangelo.
Most it just show up.
8. Some repeats in here, but all graded. So these people graded about, we think there's between 5 and 10,000.
Hold on.
As I go through the warehouse, I'm not really surprised by anything I find anymore, though. But I do get excited about some stuff. You know, when you talk about Valiant, we have a lot of Valiant. We have a couple pallets of Valiant. A lot of it's just that crap that you don't want, that there's not a lot you can do with. And so you're looking for those certain Valiant copies. So I thought I'd share a few that I just pulled out of a box. So here's a 9.8 Harbinger. We call him Hardbanger here, but his name, I think it's actually pronounced Harbinger. I have to pause because I'm so used to calling it Hardbanger. So we got a Hardbanger number 1, 9.8. Got a 9.8 Hardbanger number 0. Anytime you can get a 9.8 in anything, it's kind of a good day. So we got that, just found those.
Look at this.
And then check these out. So Super Mario Brothers, a 9.6. That is pretty sick. And then lastly, one more. Super Mario Brothers, 9.8.
So could you just imagine?
I'm digging through today.
Just going through and just this would be
Todd
so
SS
much fun
with the Venom label.
Oh my God, dude. That's not 90s era stuff. So these people have been doing more than just the 90s. So, dude, this place has got to be crazy.
Hey, James, we're not live. This is recorded, by the way.
I didn't realize you guys are live.
We didn't know either, bro. Fuck, we started talking shit.
Here you go. Let me actually, you know what? Let me drop the link because I know Alex said he might want to jump on, and James, you can jump on here. There we go.
Sure. Come on in, fellas. The water's fun.
There you go.
Oh, after this,
we're
can I
not
show?
gonna be here very long.
Can I show my graded books from?
Yeah. Look
From
at that.
PSA.
So that was recent. Yeah, totally, bro. Let's get into that. Speaking of graded books, you got some graded books, huh?
Yeah, so I finally got my grades back from PSA. So after the many delays and all that, uh, they sent me like high res scans of my books and stuff like that. So
Ooh, look
I'm
how
pretty
good
stoked
that
about this.
looks, dude.
Nice, dude.
I intentionally pick covers that had like hints of red and stuff like that in it. So that's why, or just like books around San Diego. So here's a couple of them. Here's a version of that of the Pinup Apocalypse Sveta San Diego book. I can't really
Nice.
see this picture, but this is the Quintana foil cover. So I'll have to get a pretty good image of that. So, but I did hit a 10 on this. I was really excited about that. So
Wow.
that's 110.
Dude,
So
they had the same
they-
problem with CGC. They can't scan foil for shit.
Yeah,
They don't
yeah.
give a fuck, dude. All of Mark's nice like foiled SS books that I have, you have to take extra pictures to show people because they look like that.
Yeah. The other Quintana. So some of these books I
Yeah.
had duplicates of. So this hit a 98. All right. Then we have the Andrew Curry variant. This is not the
Boom. Oh, that's nice.
this isn't the gilded one, but this is still like,
Yeah.
yeah. All right.
You can pour his
And
own
then-
fucking gold on there.
Yeah, 9.6 on this, on the second copy.
Did you pull
Oh, there
these
has
both
graders
out of,
notes.
yeah, what do the graders notes say?
So
Because you pulled
it
them out
says
of
scratched.
the. You pulled them out of the.
So that was the blind bags.
Yeah. Shout out to Boom, Greg.
Let's see. This one says scratch/tear top left front cover and surface tear on spine near bottom. Oh, so I guess like a binary tear or something like that. That's what it sounds like.
What does it say?
Surface tear on spine bottom.
Okay,
So-
probably a bindery tear.
You can
yeah.
see it.
Yeah, you
That's
can see
binding,
it
you
sticking
can
out.
see it.
Yeah.
Can you go? Can you?
Okay.
Can you look in close on
Okay.
them? That's cool if they have that ability.
You can
Oh,
zoom
yeah,
in
you
big on CGC.
Oh,
Yeah,
great
it's just like
job! Great job, PSA, on allowing this to do this. Yeah, fuck yeah, I like that.
Oh, look at that. I can even. Ooh. Yeah, you can see it.
Yeah, that's weird.
A little split there.
Yeah,
Oh. All right. Let's see.
damn, that's cool. I like that. Good job.
All right. So J Lee foil 9.8. Both of those hit 9.8. So I sent. There's some books I sent duplicates of. The 6 print foil that hit a 9.6.
Hey, listen, I love you guys. Know we're Boom Studio fans over here, but Boom. Hey, Greg, if you have any pull on this, figure out a way to make your foils look less dull. I don't know if
the
there's a way to
scans,
do
dude.
it.
Is it?
Is
No,
it
it's
the
the scans.
It's the
like,
Okay.
scans, trust me.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
good.
The foil covers look amazing.
Okay,
like, when you have
good.
them in person.
Good.
Yeah.
Any of all the foil stuff that I got from Mark, you can't see.
Okay.
It's bad. Like the scans are bad, and I've been
Yeah.
and some that I did put for
it's-
sale.
it's
Just
prob-
super. I haven't even updated the eBay picture. I'm like, no wonder nobody's buying this.
But
You can't tell what the hell it is.
Yeah, I mean, because it's probably also like you're also talking about the foil and then the plastic and then like a high res scan, like which is using light and stuff like that. It's probably really reflective, and so that's why it's like just a blank image basically. All right, All Star Comics 58, Will Jack. Here we go.
Ooh, look how good that looks. Oh my gosh. Oh my lord.
Something is
Pete
killing
Carroll?
the children. Number 43.
Oh, there we go. What up, Pete?
Wow, dude.
Jim at
Gold.
10.
That's
Did you see the
fucking
PSA?
amazing.
Did you see the PSA post combined with Mr. Clutch today?
Oh,
Yes, I
Instagram
did.
in the
I
background.
did.
Yeah. Are you talking about all the Invincible signed books?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, they had a lot of his 10s up there, and I texted him. I said,
Ooh,
"Hey,"
that looks good too. Damn.
I texted him. I
Carroll.
said, "I was like, hey, I couldn't buy anything. He's like, why didn't you buy some of those? And I was like, I'll tell you guys later. And I said, I almost forgiven Katie for buying that ring because I couldn't buy anything in Clutch's PSA sale. Son of a, I see all these gold 10s come back, and I'm like, motherfucker.
Let's see. This is Art Germ spot foil. So like the text is actually like red foil, or red foil on this. So that's not really showing up. Hello Darkness, I got a 9.6. And then this is the Something is Killing the Children #1 Del Auto cover foil. So that hit gem at 10. So I think that was my last book. Yep.
Well, real quick, because before we get into what I want to talk about, hello, Mark. Hello, James. Good to see you.
What's
Happy
up?
New Year's, gents.
What's up, fellas?
Because we
Happy
haven't
New
had
Year.
a chance to congratulate him yet, ladies and gentlemen, congratulations to Big Leg. Sean, congrats, brother.
Thank you.
This was pretty amazing, dude. Pretty amazing. And I just want to say something. And it might seem kind of weird, and I know a lot of people have kind of been in this situation, but I remember when Leg was going through it, you guys. He was going through it, and he was in a bad place. And I remember telling him, bro, in a short matter of time, everything will be better than it ever was. And bro, did that fucking happen in a major way. So congratulations, brother, from all of us.
Thank you, man. I definitely appreciate it. Definitely happy. Sleeping is important. Being happy is important. And don't, if things are right, don't look a gift horse in the mouth. I don't think that's not going to sound right, but like just
totally,
just
bro.
go with it. If you're
Yeah.
happy, go with being happy.
Totally, bro. Totally. And she, I think all of us Beyond Wednesdays, there was a moment where we were like, okay, legs got a good one. When she drove all the way, was it to San Diego or to LA? I can't remember. It was one of the two.
No,
to San Diego.
San Diego,
but it's also from Vegas to here.
Oh my gosh, bro.
Because I didn't have Campbell books, and then there was like a 10-day delay with Marat's stuff, and I had to. The con was starting, and it's a 2-hour drive, but I mean, still like, and so the con was starting, and they're sitting at the post office, and I'm like, she's like, I'm not doing anything. Just let me run home and grab these things. I'm like, oh, okay. So and it did work, and it helped because it doubled all that, and it was the Pooh 10-year anniversary, but he's signing 100 books for everybody, and so I have different kind of stuff of his, a lot of his older work and things and everything like that, and there was some I was able to pick up some ones that just didn't get here, and so then they did, so she ran, but yeah, that's helpful, dude. Yeah, very helpful. Thank you very much. Yeah.
That's dope, dude. That's super dope. Mark, we also got to give a congrats to you. Congrats are in order because, dude, you were freaking all over the place on cover prices year in 2025. Right? I mean, I don't know if you had a chance to check it out yet much. Did you take a look at it?
I looked at some of them last night, and then I had thought, I wonder what it was in 2024. So I looked back at 2024's, and it's funny. They'd made a video of it back then, and they had said, "Hey, Mark would have been on it more if Monsters had to come out sooner, right? Because it only come out in the end of September."
Come out, yeah.
And I had, it wasn't much on there, but I think it was like the top selling books, independent books of the year. I had like one or two spots on it or something like that, and one of those guys said, next year we might hear about him more. And it's funny. And then, that happened. So, yeah, man, I'm tickled to death. It's an accomplishment I didn't really think I would do, like with all the covers and then the getting on the writers list in
that
sales.
Was what I was going to say next, because, bro,
that
look at this.
Was huge.
Top 10 most valuable writers in 2025. Mark Spears.
with only
That is
10,
wild.
with 10 books written. And what's neat about this is it's just all data, right? This is not like, a vote or anything.
Opinion,
Right.
yeah.
And it's also
Not an
aftermarket,
award.
which is interesting. It's not just sales, going directly to, from comic book stores or something. So I couldn't be prouder. I feel great because of the fans. They, there's the aftermarket because the fans want those books and stuff. So it's great.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm excited. It was a neat little thing to end the year with, just a little validation to keep going. You know what I mean? Like people are really enjoying the stuff, and I think the total sales, what was it, like in the 400 something thousand range of books,
crazy, dude.
which
Absolutely
was insane.
crazy.
The next one was Campbell at 100 and something. So
yeah,
that's because again, it's just validation, because I sit there and I try to tell like cons and stuff. I say, hey, I need a big space because I got a lot of people coming, and they don't listen. So it's nice that I'm not just being crazy, that there's an aftermarket out there. Now, a lot of people might go, oh, but that's Mark selling stuff. No, those are actually none of my sales in that list, because mine's either eBay Live, or which doesn't count, and it's also signed stuff I sell.
yeah.
So that number is just other people selling my stuff. Probably not signed either, because they don't really keep up with that, right? They
Think
don't know how
about
to value
that.
it.
This is just other people selling Mark's stuff. That's fucking unreal. I never thought about that in that way. That makes it even crazier.
Well, it's not even like you can even remove like leg or clutch or you.
Yeah.
When you're on eBay Live, they can't track that, right?
Right. I've sold books, like some, like right now slabs, but like between me, Clutch, James down there, like however many, if you include freaking blind bags, I mean, how many hundreds and hundreds of things?
Yeah.
Or just like all
They
of the
said
live
they
stills.
couldn't really
I've sold almost everything live, unless I've sold
Right.
almost everything live. That's
Well, they
it.
said they couldn't even
Be right
really
back.
include the blind bags good, because a lot of people sold them in groups. Like, you like when you sell them, you do like 2s or 3s when you do it.
For sure.
But they're even saying, like, when there's an eBay auction or buy it now, there's 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 or whatever, and they don't include any of those if there's multiple. So they said the real number could be a lot bigger than that. So that's just really neat, because it just means that there is a want of my stuff out there. That's how I look at it. Is there's fans out there who's buying it. Regardless of who's selling it, someone's buying it because they want it, right? In the end, someone's getting it for their collection. And I look at it as like, that's amazing. And it just fires me up to, want to keep doing this stuff. So, and I think the covers was funny, because they said I did more covers in that top 10 list than the other. If you add up 2 through 10 altogether, it came up to 666. So I did one more cover than all the other guys combined. So,
do you wish you had done one less cover so you could have been at 666?
That's what they were saying last night, is like he should have done one less, and it would have been 666. But
if they counted right, man.
Well, that's another thing that does not include Kickstarter covers, right? That doesn't include. So I would be a lot higher.
I love the summary that they said, though. Here, I'm just going to repeat this. Summary: Mark Spears stood apart in 2025, producing as many covers as the combined total of the rest of the list. Remarkably achieved through mostly a single brand, and many of those covers commanded premium aftermarket prices.
Yeah.
That is nuts, dude.
It is, and some people are like, well, how would you do that? That's like 2 covers a day, right? And I jumped on Cover Price on the chat last night. And I was saying, well, yeah, it's a neat achievement, but I said a lot of the book, the covers were reused from the card art, right, that I already had. I still did a huge amount. I probably would still be number 1 on covers made, just the ones that I did new. But I was lucky to have like 300 to 400 images already to go, but from the card series I did. I had done 3 card series, which about 150 each, right, of new images. So I was fortunate to have that. the 10 issues that they talk about me doing. I think all of those were done last year, the year before in 24. Because remember when I was doing the free comic book day, I did that December of 24. And then Monster and the Wolf was done in 24. So really, I didn't really do a new one in 25. And all that is due to, I could say thank you for the other publishers out there for not hiring me to do anything. I had all that free time to do the covers and the interiors. So it's neat.
Yeah.
I think it's a stat that probably won't be broke because it would be hard to do that in 1 year unless you have so much volume that it's unused already, right?
Yeah.
That you could use. So again, I was fortunate enough to have that, but I would love to break it next year. I don't know if I could because I still have some covers sitting away that I haven't ever used.
Oh, bro, you're talking crazy. Mark Spears over here talking craziness like he's gonna do 668 covers.
668. I wouldn't put it past me.
I wouldn't either, dude.
Very,
I'm not gonna put anything past Mark Spears.
Yeah, I'm very driven on things like that. I love, I would love to write Robert Kirkman and say, gotcha. I love the competition, and next year I'll actually have more interior books come out next year, written books than this year because of Spawn 77. We have more monster stuff coming out, more one shots and stuff coming out next year. So
right, that'd be amazing.
Yeah, well, I can't wait, man.
How do you have? I'm curious. Do you have planned what number monsters that you're gonna get to? Like what?
Yeah, I was thinking that the other day because I was like, I would like to come out with a ending point at some point, like let people know this is the issue that it is. Because I'm also not for overstaying your welcome, and I don't think you should put out a story if you don't have a story. So I have it planned this next storyline, and then I have the storyline after that already planned. If something happens after that and I go, oh, I got this really cool idea, I'll keep it going. But if I don't, I would end it and then just pick it up when I have another story, right? Just keep the same numbering or whatever. But, I think that's the way. I love what Kirkman did with Walking Dead and Invincible.
Yeah.
He didn't just say, I'm going to hit this number. He said, I'm ending the story when the story's over. And so right now, though, I would love to get 30 to 60 to issues of monsters, but also have a lot of one shots and miniseries I'd like to do too in that same universe. So
what do you think for 2026? How many?
2026, I'm gonna try to put out 10 books. That would be about 6 or 7 monsters and some one shots too. And that's not counting Spawn stuff. That's just monster stuff.
Right.
So
nice.
That's what the goal is. I'm not really doing covers for other places right now because I'm trying to concentrate on monsters. But yeah, I have a lot of stories I want to get to and tell. A lot of characters I want to give them their own little one shots or mini series so I can fill everybody in on the backstory of those characters. So yeah, I'm gonna keep it going as long as the fans want it. I mean, if we drop off in sales to where no one wants it anymore, well, I'll take the hint and we'll we'd wind down and try to end it. So until it's ready to go again, unless somebody's ready.
You'll be good for a while.
I think there's enough audience out there to keep it going. And I'll tell you, it's the passion. I love it more than anything else. I love doing Spawn 77. I've loved doing covers for all these other companies, but Monsters is my jam, man. I would do it if I didn't make a penny off of it because it's so much fun. Every time I sit down and I go, where can I take the reader now? What adventure am I going to go on today? So it's a blast and a blessing to get to do it. So
yeah, I want to talk about one thing really quick. Before I do, Hood, Happy New Year's, brother.
Hey, Happy New Year, guys.
Welcome in.
Happy New Year to everybody in the chat.
Boom, look at that, Joe.
Hey, I was going to tell you, I accidentally sent that
I was going to say
He actually pressed it for me.
Oh, so I'm supposed to send it to Lang now?
because he told me he had number one, and when I had picked that up, he had asked me, "Hey, what do you want for it?" And I hadn't pressed it yet, and I said, "You know what? Like, I'm okay with the X-Men, but I'm not a huge fan." And Yee had a number one. And I said, "You know what? I'm just gonna fucking give it to Yee."
Now I
man."
got to keep the count going. Now I have to find an issue 3 or 4.
Do you have a 1?
I do have a 1.
I had 3.
I sold my
and-
1 like 10 years ago because I was like, oh, I can just get another one. Fuck.
True story. Long time ago.
I can find
long
them.
time-
But
long
I
time
don't
ago.
Mine 6 years ago or so.
No,
wanna say.
like 5 or 6 years ago, I bought online a PGX 4 of number 3, the Blob, and I cracked it open and I pressed it and it came back a 6.5 and I flipped it.
Nice.
CGC.
Nice.
Okay.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
just bought a PGX book.
Yeah.
One thing that
Oh,
I
you
want to
did?
bring up is, Mark's had this
Triple
amazing
signed.
year, but there are some things that I've been seeing more and more often, and this always happens when there's money involved, that you have people trying to grift the system or screw the system, and we've seen a couple of your unholy grails sell on the secondary market now for decent money. These two both sold
Right.
for around $5,000, right? If I remember correctly.
Yeah, or 6.
And
yeah.
and then the this one right here,
COC.
yep, was 8,600, I believe, was the total on this one.
Yeah.
Those are good sales, man.
Yeah, but here's the problem: this one sells, and I get this post tagged on this post on IG. From GB Atlanta. I just want to warn anyone that sees this listing on Whatnot that it's a scam. I own this book and it's not for sale. I've notified Whatnot, but the listing is still active. Please spread this post. I don't want anyone to get ripped off. Thank you. And this is pretty crazy, right?
So
Did you
is
know
that the
about this,
person
Mark?
Is that the person who bought it or the person who pulled it?
Yeah, this is the person who owns it, that bought it, I believe, because he says I
They bought
own
it
this
from
book.
eBay. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't know
So
anything
eBay
about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just
So
saw-
are they gonna, if you buy that, do they send you something or they just take your money and run?
That's
I wonder.
That's
I
a great
wonder.
question. Oh, well, they can't send you anything. What are they going to send you?
They'll probably just
right,
mail
I
you
mean,
something. They'll probably mail you something random, and then you have to open up a case. Like whoever buys it on Whatnot, right? Then they'll have to complain about it to Whatnot. Whatnot will probably refund that person and then get the money back. I assume from that seller, but I don't know.
I don't understand. I don't understand. Like faking these one of ones. Like, what are you doing, dude? Like, be slicker about the way you're trying to steal money. Like, this is one of the most traceable things that you could find.
Well,
Yeah,
we've
not
also
only that,
seen-
highest visibility. It's definitely one of the most sought after of the grails.
Yeah.
Right.
We've also seen people try to fake signatures.
Yes.
And if you ever run into a situation where you don't know if the book is right or if the signature is right, write any of these guys here, write me. They'll let you know, or they'll get a hold of me, and I can easily spot it. So I just don't want someone to ever get in trouble, where they go, man, I bought that thinking it was real. I would hate for a fan to get in that situation. So if you're ever worried about it, reach out to one of us or me, and we'll make sure let you know. Because I know that the one that had the fake signatures that we saw, they took them down off of eBay, but then they ended up at a comic book store. Like, I don't know if they traded them, sold them, or whatever. And then someone reached out to me later on and said, "Hey, Mark, I just bought this." And I said, "Yeah, that's not mine. That's someone's done that." I think that comes with the territory. It's weird. I'd never thought about that in my life, that someone would fake things and scam people.
Yeah, could you ever imagine
guys have
your
issues
signature?
With the, autograph
No, I
like
mean,
that, too.
you never think of something like that when you're hoping, to be successful or something. I never occurred to me that that people would be doing that. So that's weird. I think that, but it goes back to what we was just talking about earlier with how much money was made off of those books. Again, those are not my books that I sold. That's not my money that I made off of those. That's secondary market where people were selling things in buy it nows and auctions. So there's a lot of things being sold on eBay and other places, and other people are seeing that, and they might do stuff like this. So, you know, again, if you're buying some high ticket item or something like that, it wouldn't be hurting to check it out and everything, just to make
reach
sure.
out, do your research.
Yeah,
same with the
you're never
raw
going to
autographs.
upset me if you can get a hold of me or Brian or Leg or James Hood. Anybody would be like, hey, I'll make sure. You know, we don't care. But it's it's something I never dreamed that would ever happen. It's a neat, I guess it means that people value my stuff so much they want to fake it.
They want to fake
So,
it,
Yeah, if there's, especially those of us that have done, if you can't find Mark, or if you want to, if you're worried about like a high dollar autograph stuff, because a lot of it is raw. A lot of it, like were signed at places where CGC wasn't there, or things like that, or people didn't know or just got in line,
and we
didn't
never
want to pay or didn't want to wait.
Yeah.
If you're curious, there's multiple of us. You know,
there's the guy right there down there that knows
John
everything.
And I.
There's the first person I would ask.
Yeah,
John and I have
right
spent
there.
about a million hours sitting at the tables, right? You know, James has done the private ones and gone to the cons. Yeah, so like we'll know, and we've also analyzed the BS ones after hours here.
Yeah,
like of every little stroke and everything like that. So if especially if it's the super rare stuff, you guys are worried about fake autographs.
But on the
one-to-one, we'll figure it out.
There is only one at CGC, right? There was only one graded that's got the thing on it,
right?
So there is no way somebody has a duplicate of that, and that's what's weird if they're trying to sell a CGC slab of it, right? I'm just curious. How do they? My feeling is they're not going to send you anything. It's the box scam, right?
Well, they don't have.
Like,
if the guy is
that's
saying,
a dumbass platform to use to do it too.
Yeah, that's not a smart platform to use to do it. You're right. Not
or it's a thing where they're thinking they're going to do it. They're going to get the money and they're just going to close the account and never. But I don't think they know how that works.
Do we know the seller? Is that the seller? More THI.
I didn't look it up, but yeah, that's the seller.
THI 133. Was that what it was?
Hey, Mark, show these boys what you got for Christmas, bro.
Oh, let me go grab it.
MOORTHI 133.
Add whatnot.
Type in
after.
Type that in after whatnot.
Go to whatnot and type it in. Can you log into whatnot?
Yeah. Yeah, he's got it right there. Look at that. Sure enough.
What the hell?
Shoot him an offer for 50 cents.
Yeah.
What's his
More one. It looks like a girl, Alyssa. Yeah, it's a girl in the post. Yep. So probably a fake seller.
She looks like she has a big dick.
Probably obviously a fake seller. Fake picture.
Yeah. Look at the seller though. What's the feedback and like how many followers?
No reviews, 0
6
sold. Yeah.
Oh God. Okay.
Oh man.
Nothing to look at there, dude.
Yeah, that's why I'm thinking it's just one of those things where they do it and run, right?
Yeah.
They're just trying to.
I will say the gatekeeping on eBay is over the top, but hey, it is what it is.
This I got from my best friend Hood.
Shit.
The reason this is significant to me, this is the first comic I ever had. And he said, "Hey, I got to get you a 9.8, bro." And that's how he talks, you know. And he said, "I really get this."
He talks like you too,
dude. It looks so awesome. Trying to get it not glare. And so I'm so grateful for this. It'll be in my collection forever. And then my son got this from somebody here. on the panel, and he loves this because it's Eastman drew it at Huntsville like 2 years before. When we were there, Leg got it signed by Eastman, who was only 2 tables away from me, and got it signature series and sent it to Lucas and Chase, one of them. So they got it, and man, it's pretty. It's got the Expo logo on it.
That
Yeah,
is sweet,
cool.
dude.
I thought they like where they're, your dad signing
they
2 down
love
from
it,
Kevin
man.
Eastman, and
Yeah, they love it.
It's got the Huntsville date on it, and all that stuff.
And it gives them that memory too, where they got to meet him and stuff, and that made them think about that, and they loved it because they actually had nothing Eastman at all, like no drawings besides that turtle he drew for me. They had no books with his covers on it, so that's great because it's actually Huntsville. He drew,
and it's got like the space camp, stuff on there. Yeah,
they love it. So yeah, thank you, Leg. Melissa loved her new kids. We opened all those Christmas morning, and we said this is from Uncle Leg, and the kids loved it. So man, they had fun. The jersey, the books, the comic you gave me, the Frankenstein, all of it. Thank you so much. It's awesome.
Thank you.
And,
John, I'm gonna mute you. Just unmute
unmute
yourself when you want to talk.
Okay. I also got something from John, skateboard. I now have 2 to hang on my wall of both of the grails, like the 1300 grails and the 25 Days of Krampus. He got me one that has the ticket on it, so to remember the blind bags that we did. So that was an awesome treat.
Yeah, he shared that with us a couple of days before he sent it out to you, and we were all. It was hard to hold our tongues on how gorgeous that looked.
It's great. And then what an amazing year to commemorate that, man. I just, because I'd like to do a blind bag again. We'll probably do one next year if people want it, right? I'm not going to commit to it unless people want it. I know that some people might be getting tired of blind bags, but it was a great way to remember those forever. And I think, we did a good one on that last one. I thought we did a really good job. So if people want it, I might do a poll around May or so and say, hey, do you want them again?
About 400,000 people will say yes.
Well, you know what, Mark? Here's the crazy thing about that. We're right now going through a little bit of a news story with these Ultimate Endgame blind bags, where a lot of them, a huge amount of them, have been damaged. And you know what the big story that I'm hearing out of a lot of this is that people are saying that, like, when it comes to the blind bags, they bring up you as 2 names I hear all the time. It's Battle Beast and Mark Spears. Those are the blind bags that they've loved, that have done it right. And the other thing I've heard is, well, Mark had the little bit of an issue with the way the collation was on the first set, but the printer Transcon figured it out to how to make it better for the next set, and it was a complete hit. And now you see kind of Marvel with this Ultimate Endgame blind bag kind of going through something similar with the damages, and I feel like it's probably the printer learning how to do something new with the blind bags.
Yes, it's a different process. It's totally different. You're turning comics into trading cards, and I think they don't really know how to wrap them good. It took our printer a while. There was spine ticks on our first ones. There was a line crease. So they had to learn to do that and adapt. And then, the sheet of paper helped with some of the pressure. They also didn't pack as many this time in the winter bags to make the weight not hurt them as much. I did get, the complaints on the first one to the second one was totally different. I think I got 2 complaints the first week, and that was it. Until the other day, I got one more. And the guy was saying, Mark, you took all the fun out of blind bags for me, because when I open this stuff, I'm only getting different covers now. And I don't like that at all.
I will say the trading wall has become almost a moot point. You know how many you got to win?
Exactly.
So it's it's cool. So it's good. It gave me more. I have a trading wall and table. But, if I'm doing other stuff, I like to have, the wall and the new stuff in the table. So it's great. So I did that. And then, so I took it down. And then not only that, I kind of just cut it down to about half the books, because I'm telling you, if you guys want another one, and if people are truly collecting and they want, I know that I want number 14, right? I'll be like, okay, I'll grab you a 14. But if they don't know what they want, I got half of them up you know, the ones that people tend to pick more. They're real simple.
Yeah.
And then I just go like this, so it's like it's good to go. And because I'm talking, I gotta go. So I gotta say Happy New Year to everybody.
Happy New Year, Lake.
Ryan, John, Joe, James, everybody in the chat. I can see you all over there. I can start reading off the chat. You all know I love you. What a great year. Hopefully we have another great year. I love you all. Happy New Year to everybody. And,
Tell Katie we
thanks
said
for all
the
love.
same, and tell
I
her
will.
we said
I will.
we're happy that she's part of the family now.
Hell yeah. Thank you guys very much. All right. Love you guys.
Later, brother. Love you too. By the way, you guys, I don't know. I don't know if you guys wonder this a lot, but sometimes I people kind of get weirded out by it. But and in Yee, if Yee was here, Yee knows this firsthand. I was growing up in a family where we use the term "I love you" very a lot, and that is that's what this is right here. This sign right here obviously means I love you in sign language, and this right here is the Beyond Wednesday salute because of the love we have for each other, and so I love to see that word being used more and more often, especially in this community. And look at that, we got another little loved one right there.
What
with
is
John
yeah?
hanging
Who
out.
is this special guest that John's got here?
He's got to unmute himself.
Yep, you're mute. There you go.
What's up? I'm sorry, guys. Happy New Year.
Who's your special guest there, John? Who is that?
That's my grandson.
Whoa,
Oh, wow.
grandson, man. That's
He's
awesome, dude.
and I don't even want to tell you when he's a handful, man. That's why it was. I don't know if Brian put me on mute before. I wasn't sure if I hit that by accident, but I don't know if it's loud over here. I'm over at my parents' house. Gonna spend some time with the folks, you know.
Yeah, hell yeah, brother. Well, we're
So,
glad you
but it's really
jumped on with us.
Yeah, I just wanted to jump on and wish all you guys Happy New Year. This has been by far one of the coolest years in the hobby for me. For being around you guys, because we make the hobby so much more fun and interesting and more informative. And then, of course, becoming a friend of one of my favorite, creators on the planet. You know what I mean? That's super special to me, and I can't wait till we hook up again in Huntsville. So, and of course, Happy New Year to everybody in the chat. Be surprised how many people I run into by my LCS that are actually in New York that are watchers of the show, and the first thing they say is how much they love everybody on the show, and they look forward to seeing it all the time. So, but
Yeah.
anyway, like I said, Happy New Year, and it's like I said, this has been by far one of the coolest years in the hobby for me.
Well, we love you
with
too,
all of
brother.
with the dynamic of you guys, the book, Mark, and so many other things. And I guess we're all blessed to be healthy and be here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, comics is one thing and health is another. So I know we all have loved ones and friends that are not doing well or not with us anymore. So of course, all those people are in our hearts and our prayers. So.
John, before you leave, do you have any do you have any plans to be setting up at any shows anytime soon?
Well, in January, the end, third week in January, I'll be at Route 110 in Long Island, New York. But the first bigger show I'm going to be setting up at is in New Jersey, King Con. Of course, if anybody's following me on Instagram, I post all of that stuff early enough. And then, other than that, I do the monthly shows in either Long Island or in Queens. Queens Comic Party and Route 110, and then I'm gonna go on the road and I'll be flying to hang out with you guys. Maybe I'll spend hang out at MegaCon for a couple of days. San Diego Con, I'd like to make it just to go in there for a couple of days, and
Well,
I don't know about a couple of
here's
days.
my thoughts on what's coming up con wise for next year and Beyond Wednesdays. I think that there is 4 cons that I think that I'm going to hopefully be able to figure out a way to get as many of you guys to show up at as we can and make those hangouts if we can. Number one being MegaCon. I would love to see everybody at MegaCon this year. Number 2, obviously San Diego. It would be great to see Mark at San Diego this year, especially with everything that's kind of gone in the last couple of years, and to see his first San Diego would be amazing. New York, I will never not miss New York if I don't have to. And then Huntsville. I think that those 4 cons would be great places to do Beyond Wednesday's meetups for cons this year. So those are the 4 places. If you guys out there are able to make it to any of those cons, those are the cons that we're going to try and make it out to and whenever we can. So it's going to be fun, man.
Yep. I gotta run because besides New Year's Eve,
too.
it's also Melissa's birthday. So
Oh wow!
Tell her happy birthday.
Seconds that I'm out of the living room. But I just want to say, guys, love all you guys. Love everybody over in the chat and everything. It's hard to believe when you say Huntsville that I'm making Huntsville a hot spot for comics.
That's
so
the
awesome.
Mecca. That's the Mecca, bro.
I know it's the
Mecca
what?
of
It just tickles me
monsters.
to death. It's just we're gonna have to show out in Huntsville this year and do it
The
really big.
Mecca of
Definitely.
monsters.
Mecca of monsters. That's where we're gonna
Spears.
advertise. But guys, it's
There's
been
the
great.
glazing right there, glaze.
Yes, you did. Glaze
Tell
it.
the family we said hello, and tell
I
the family
will.
we love them, and we'll see you
It's been
soon,
great
brother.
getting to know everybody this year. It's been a great year for me. It's been a great year for Beyond Wednesdays. And I thank every one of you, everybody on the show, everybody in the chat, because if it wasn't for you getting the books, tell someone else to buy the books, I'm not here, right? Like I'm not in the industry. So from the bottom of my heart, thank you so much. I'm nowhere without you guys. So appreciate it, guys. Have a great year. And I'll say a prayer for all you guys' health, everybody in the chat, everybody watching everything, because like John said, health is everything. There's Nate. I never get on with Nate. Hey, Nate.
If you're like
And I'm
most
leaving
women,
right
you
now.
run like hell. Yeah, well, there you go.
But I'll leave you in good hands with Nate. And I wish I had that collection he's got behind him. I hope he remembers me if he leaves before this world before I do. But yeah, guys, it's been a pleasure. I better get back before she gets mad at me. But
All right. Tell her
see you
Happy
guys.
New
See you
Year's.
in
Happy
26,
birthday.
guys.
Yes. Talk to you
Yeah.
soon, brother.
Happy New Year, buddy.
Oh man, fucking great stuff. Nate, Happy New Year, my friend. How you doing, my brother?
I'm good, man. I was just trying to get home before all the craziness happens.
Yeah, they're already starting the
Hey, you got
gunshots
that book
out
I
here.
pressed, bro?
Oh, I've already packaged up both of them.
Oh no shit.
Yeah,
Heading
you
to
want me to open it
CGC? Are they going to
Open it
CGC?
up, dude.
I'm gonna send it to. I've already wrapped it up for.
Oh, I
Jason.
got pictures of it. I think the GI Joe.
Yeah, I put it on Instagram.
Yeah, let me show you guys this.
Oh,
This
it is on
super
IG?
cool.
Okay.
Hold
Yeah.
on.
I put it on earlier.
Hey, did I crack that open?
No, that was actually one I bought at Bedrock for like $20,
Oh wow. Okay.
and you cleaned it up. The other one I had for like a long time, which was not a clean, the one that's made out to me, that's an 8. But that one I got at Bedrock.
Oh, that came back an 8, bro. Are you serious?
Yeah, but that one didn't go to you. Like this one, it couldn't. You know, it just is what it is. But I looked at the Bob McLeod. I don't know if I don't think I sent this to you guys, but I was telling Jason when I did a little video, and I sent to my buddy who these are for, and sent him the video getting out the 2 GI Joes, and he was just thrilled of the 9.8, and I was showing him mine's an 8, but I was telling him like the Bob McLeod art, a signature series 9.8 just sold I think for like 1,800 or something like that. So I'm like, Larry Hollis for like 2,000.
Hey, real
So
quick,
I
hold on,
pressed
hold
that
on,
for
Hood.
somebody else?
Real quick, hold
Yeah.
on, real quick, guys. Nick Brucci just jumped in chat. He said, jumping in to say Happy New Year's to everyone. Hey, Nick, thank you so much, my brother. And I want to, since Nate is here too, I want to tell you, great job on Thundercats and Silverhawks this year. I know Nate has been a big fan of those. And by the way, great job with Space Ghost by David Pepos and Space Ghost has been one of the most underrated books of the year. Nick, continue doing what you're doing. We love you. Thank you, brother. Happy New Year. All right. Sorry about that, Hood.
No, I wouldn't have tried as hard. Well, like if I knew this was going to somebody else, I thought it was for Nate. So.
Well, you know, a 6'5" redhead, you know, what are you gonna do? You gotta keep them happy.
Well,
one way or
that's
the
why
other.
we do this, bro. I love the fact I don't know if you guys have noticed, but we've talked about multiple items on the show tonight that friends have just given each other because they're friends, and they don't care about how much it's worth, what it is, this and that. You know, Hood gave Ye X-Men #2. For God's sake, just for being his friend and for Merry Christmas. You know, this is Nate giving somebody a 9/8 signed G.I. Joe #1. Just saying, hey, I know you love this, and this brought us great fun when we were kids. This is for you. Like, that's another thing that's great about this hobby and about collecting and about nostalgia in general is that, you know, these things you can just give to friends, and it means so much more than what they're actually worth, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I don't know if you can even see on the picture. I think it's above Flash. It says to Jason.
Yep.
So it's
Oh, that's cool.
these,
Yeah.
these are both for him. So yeah.
God, I don't even remember pressing them, dude. That's crazy.
I know it's
I
really my
pressed-
fault because I sent you a bunch
pressed-
and I
yeah.
sat on them for a while.
I just pressed like I finished Stein's books. It was like 100.
Check this
But
out.
I will show you something. Oh my god!
This is a tattoo, you guys. Exactly, Lewis. Shout out to DJ. Happy New Year's to the best crew around. Much love and respect Beyond Wednesday's crew. Thank you, Lewis. Appreciate you, brother, with the $5 super chat. But yeah, this tattoo is fucking amazing.
Dude, that's insane. Wow.
Tattoos are stupid.
James, I almost thought for a second that this was fake. Have you seen like any type of thing where they're posting fake AI tattoos? Because this looks so good, it almost looks fake.
So it is a thing, but it's not super good. Like if you know tattoos, you can tell pretty quickly. But
Man,
there's
the
like
color is so vibrant. That's what to me is the thing. The color.
But there's
seems
well, the way pigments are now with tattooing, it's like you get super vibrant. The thing that kills me and it kills a lot of people that know the industry is when you see tattoos like that, there's going to be somebody in the comments who's like, I wonder what it's going to look like in 5 years.
Yeah.
It's going to look exactly the fucking same. Like the way pigments are right now, as long as he takes care of his skin, it'll look the same. Like pigments are nuts right now. They're doing them way different than they did even 5 or 6 years ago. Tattoos just, they stay. If your artist uses good ink, man, they stay.
Happy New Year's, you guys. That is exactly how you ring in the new year on Beyond Wednesdays with the if you guys didn't hear the Lewis's super chat. The way you bring in the New Year's on Beyond Wednesdays is like this.
Hey, you guys see when I coach the Cowboys, bro?
Yes, I'm going to bring that up. I got that. Hold on. For those of you guys.
Did they not make the NFC Championship again that year?
No. That was preseason.
Yeah, this is great right here, dude.
You blitz all night. If they cross the line of scrimmage, I'm going to take every last one of you out. You make sure they remember forever the night they played today.
Let's go!
Oh my gosh.
Bro, they're hearing me, bro.
Shout out to Music Pub with the $5 super chat. He says, Happy New Year's to the best community in comics from the East Coast. Thanks for welcoming me into this group. Hope everyone has a great 2026. Yeah, Happy New Year's to the East Coast, man. And Happy New Year's to everybody that's watching this. Yeah. I really, I can't to say it enough. This year has been great for me in my comics world, in my comic hobby. The amount of friends, the amount of like exciting moments that I've had through comics and content has just been unreal. Like, I don't know is there anything that you guys can think of this year that was like the shining thing for you that made 2025 a success?
I mean, I was in rebuild mode most of the year, but no, I mean, you know what? Nothing that success-wise, there was a lot of little things, but I think the big thing was I got really hopeful for where the community is and where the industry is after conventions this year. I got to see it firsthand that there's still, because you see it all the time online that people are like, oh, the end is coming for comics and this and that. Like, but to go to conventions and see how many people were digging through boxes, and not just people like us, but like how many teenagers and young adults were digging through boxes, you know, and striking up conversations at booths, and like the excitement around conventions this year, I think was like the best I think I've ever seen it. And so it reinvigorated my feelings for the industry and where it stands. So I'm beyond excited for this next year and what comics is going to be like this year.
I would tell you, and this is going to sound like a shill, so anybody can, if they want to, they can plug it in the comments. I don't think, remember like when we were kids and we had the image boom with the artists.
Mm-hmm.
I remember when they were Stephen Platt and stuff. And then the Alex Ross back in the early 2000s. I just don't remember exactly having like one that big until Spears kind of came through. And then, especially a guy that you could actually just talk to and just hang out. But like, I mean, think about like the amount of books that he sold for the blind bags and just how hot Monsters got. Like, I can't remember a book that got that hot. And, I like the story, but I mean, the art is what drove it. That's been that hot in a long time because of that. Like that hot, like, and because I mean, like my comic, the LCS I go to, they had their own Mark Spears section. Like, here's all the different books, the Thundercats,
so
and anything Silverhawks he did. There hasn't been something like that. I feel like it had to be like an old Image person or a Platt or Alex Ross or Michael Turner. I feel like maybe Turner in the mid 2000s, like 2005, 6, 7. Like I just don't remember anybody else like that having that kind of influence in the industry since, but I'm probably missing somebody.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think it's been pretty amazing to see not only his rise, but the rise of the creator in general. I think the last couple of years have shown us more than ever that the creators run this hobby. They don't need anything but their product now these days, and that I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing yet, but what it is it shows that anybody can do this. You don't need Marvel or DC to pick up your idea or to hire you to be a comic book artist. You can do it on your own. It takes work, it takes effort, it takes a little bit of luck, but as long as you put in the effort, there's a very good chance for you to make it on your own these days in the world of comics. A perfect example of that is a lot of the artists that we fell in love with this year. Obviously, Mark. Flops Comics is another one. Sveta.
Carol.
Pete Carroll in a big way. Suspiria. Like, these artists do it all on their own, not just in comics, but other forms. Movie posters, magazines, DVDs covers, VHS covers, that type of shit.
One other thing, Brian, I think kind of to go on that independent route is just that the stuff with I love like Hyde Street and Rook and just that whole Ghost Machine. Like, I think they've just nailed on the head. Like, Image is just what Image has and what Monsters has, and then again with Skybound. I mean, I know we've kind of talked about Skybound the prior years, but just when they talked about also about moving into the animation world, and now everything's kind of coming together, and you start seeing Hasbro start putting out like the Transformers or G.I. Joes, that I think like that universe is going to continue to build, and anyone who grew up the age we did. And I've started seeing more toy channels on YouTube who are not comic fans start talking about, hey, have you read Skybound? Have you read this? And it's really starting to get bigger and bigger.
That actually gives me a good chance to kind of segue into a short market report, unless you have anything you want to add to that, John. But it gives me a good chance.
I wasn't gonna say too much. When you were asking about the things that we appreciated the most over the year that this past, I pretty much summed it up already in what I said before. But I still want to emphasize, mostly also the most important thing is the relationships that I've established with all you guys individually. James, Nate, Hood, Yee, Ben, Mercenaut, Dino, all of those guys, again, have made everything so much better in this hobby. All you guys, individually and together. And that's probably one of the things that I can say we're talking about hobby that I appreciate the most out of the hobby is the relationships that I've created with you guys. Because some of you guys are irreplaceable friends, I
agree.
I wouldn't take it lightly if something I can do for you guys, I would try to do it. And and I know in turn that somebody would step up and help me if I needed help. So it's
think-
Hey, John, how
and
about taking some of those World Series trophies and moving them from the Bronx to the Queens?
well,
Yeah.
Well, Nate, we could trade some of that stuff in your room behind you. Like, I'm sure Mark is not the only one that's waiting on some of that stuff. So I'll give you a World Series ring for some of that stuff.
Ultimately,
take it, boy.
John, that is the number one reason why I continue to make content, why I love doing content, why I love this hobby is because of the people that I meet during it. I've learned some very good lessons about humans and human interaction and the type of people that I want to be in my close circle. But I think that's a good thing. And the type of people that I want in my close circle are the type of people like you've explained, John, the type of people that we'll make sure that you're all right. We'll check on you. We'll make sure that if they're, show you that they're your friends. And that's very important in this world. A real quick shout out to Derek Neiman, who just gifted 20 freaking memberships. Thank you so much, my brother. Derek, another amazing community member throughout the year. Just one of the goats of the moderators in this community in a major way. So thank you so much, Derek. All right, let's do a quick market report that is Nostalgia Central. No comics tonight. And Relion just gifted 10 memberships as well. Holy cow. Thank you so much, you guys. Much love. All right, so real short market report tonight. We have some very interesting stuff here. Here we go. More members. Thank you, guys. Thank you for the memberships. We'll talk about the memberships here after we're done. All right, starting off, this is like nostalgia based tonight, you guys. There was a lot, and like Nate was talking about toys, there was so many amazing. I could see the toy sales just ramping up this last couple weeks like no other. Star Wars, G.I. Joe, Muscles, Battle Beast, He-Man, the amount of nostalgia-based buying has been crazy, and these are all perfect examples of it tonight. Here's 2 Star Wars figures that are considered 2 of the best Star Wars figures in that final, 17? Is it the final 17, Nate? Is that what it is?
It is, and Yak Face was only released in Europe, so he was not released in America.
Yeah, carded.
That's why it's so hard to get.
Yeah.
Yep.
So $1,200 for the Lucas Stormtrooper and $1,725 for the Yak Face. Pretty crazy. And then I love this 1977 Kenner Chewbacca plush figure with the tag still attached, like $225. How crazy looking is that? From 1977, you guys. That's nuts.
It actually still looks pretty good. Like you could buy a plushie like that for your kids today. It still looks that good.
Yeah. Shout out to Ken on base. He drops a $20 super chat. He says, "Happy New Year, everyone. 2026 is going to be great." Amen, brother.
The thing is, I was just going to mention about this 2 Star Wars figures because you're looking at the pound symbol and the tri logos. So like it looks like those were the ones that were on sale because it's covered up with the one logo.
Yeah, totally. And they couldn't get rid of those final 17. Yeah. Greg says that's old AF. Yes, it is, bro. We're getting old. Yes, it is.
So am I.
Look at this. This was crazy. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. These are the Muta Forces robotic figures where they're all in mechs. And this is 3 of the 4. Look at what the sale price is on for them. Donatello, $405 carded. Michelangelo, $250 carded. And Raphael, $250 carded. These are so many turtle figures, so many nostalgia figures were sold this week. And some really, really great buys as well for some people. I saw 2 or 3 sales of the Spider-Man 2099 Toy Biz exclusive with
The white
second
cover?
with this white cover behind it
Mm-hmm.
for like $200 to $300. One was $180. So it's a perfect time if you've been looking for that to keep your eye out for a carded figure of that. They've dropped in price to where I think that it's buy the dip now on that. And remember, those were only sold at Toy Biz. They were an exclusive to, or only sold at KB. They were exclusive to KB. So they're very tough to find in general, yet alone in good condition carded.
One thing I'll mention about these, I haven't seen these turtles before. You know, there are so many different turtle figures. It's kind of hard to keep up with them all, but just kind of give you a little perspective. The first series, the 1 of 10, the soft head shredder, a 75 AFA, it went for under 300 this past week. To give you an idea, like how these must be really sought after. They must be really rare because I don't think I've ever seen these at all.
Yeah, they're crazy.
And that's raw.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to talk more about mechs here in a second, and I think you guys are going to like it. All right, next. A ton of G.I. Joe convention exclusives were sold in the last couple of weeks. It looks like one seller just got rid of everything. And some of these exclusives from these conventions throughout the year, you guys, are so cool and so rare because they were such G.I. Joe conventions were such small conventions in the early 2000s, like from 2000 to mid 90s to like 2010. It was not a big convention. It was so small, and they made these cool exclusives for them. Here's one right here. This is the 2008 exclusive attendee Headhunter driver, which is a much sought after figure, $356. Couple other that we'll talk about in a second here. Here's another funny one. We talk about this all the time, the Steel Brigade figure. This is the gold head green and blue body one with the green backpack. That card you see behind it is a manufactured fake aftermarket card. But so that price of $550 is just for the figure, the backpack, and the gun. $550 for this loose figure.
So here's a question for Brian. When you filled out the form in 1987, what was the name of your mail away figure? Because
the rapper.
You were the rapper.
The rapper. I could go get it. It's in the other room next to me. My mom never gave it to me and kept it. And so when I got it 20 years later, it was in the original box they sent it in. And in the original little folded up paper that said all your stuff on there. It's so amazing. So
cheap paper too.
Cheap paper with the side with the printer holes.
Yeah, that you rip off.
And it was meant to look nice, you know, like it had like a little fake watermark and everything. So yeah, I called him the rapper because I was just newly into rap music at the time. And he was a laser weapon. His weapon proficiency was in lasers, and he was kung fu and ninjutsu skills, obviously, because I was a Snake Eyes fan. So yeah, it was pretty funny, man. But
and that figure came with both the Airborne's backpack, just like this one, and actually Airborne's rifle as well.
Yes.
And it was silver headed.
Yep. This next one is crazy. I've never seen this. This is a knockoff figure from France of G.I. Joe, a sailor figure. Look how crazy this is. Like, I've never seen anything like that. Sold for $160. It looks like a super YMCA type sailor, if you know what I mean.
I can't wait to see what Spirit looks like.
Oh my gosh, bro. Dude. So, but yeah, knockoffs. We're going to talk more about knockoffs. Speaking of knockoffs, 2 He-Man knockoffs. This guy has no idea where this comes from, what it is. He just puts question mark what he thinks it is. It was a 1980s He-Man knockoff, and it sold for $177 on 14 bids. No idea where it came from, nothing. Another one sold. This is the Silver Venom Speculatron figure, which was a He-Man bootleg line. It sold for $700 loose on 40 bids. So, you guys, knockoffs are crazy. The market for knockoffs is nuts, as you guys have seen with those 3 figures. Then there was 2 mint on card sales for Masters of the Universe figures that sold for crazy this week. This one, $2,100 for a He-Man, and then there was a is it Rodak? Horzak. I can't remember.
There's Hordak.
Not Hordak. He was a good guy. Another one that sold for 1,300 from that first line, but I can't remember his name right now. So again, nostalgia, you guys, is just like totally kicking.
Look how clean that bubble is. Like those usually yellow. They're really hard to get clean, and they usually have like that crease, just like Transformers on the going across like the top.
Yeah,
because that long border in the back.
Yeah, and it's unpunched. I believe on the other one, the was unpunched in the same really nice clear bubble. So, okay, next, Battle Beasts. So many amazing Battle Beast sales this week, and Battle Beast is some real deep nostalgia love. Here's two that I've never heard of. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of this, but the Japanese clear carp. There was two sales of it. One with the original bag and the unopened weapons, and another one that came with a card and a weapon. Now, from what I can find about this, it's an exclusive prize that was given from Hasbro / Takara in 1986. That was a Japanese exclusive, and the clear one. It came in a sealed bags, so you didn't know what you were getting. It included the weapons, and it dates back to the original craze. But I'm not exactly sure what it was. It was some type of prize find, for something. I don't know exactly, but it says here, there's an even rarer version featuring a painted one that's dark painted with horizontal stripes. And there's different types of boxes that they came in, so they're all over the place, but they sell for a lot, as you can see here. And then there's another one, this Sunburst Lion, sold for $408 with the card. Now these are the original ones from Japan, which make it even crazier. And then next, there was a guy who was selling a bunch of first shot prototypes, and this was a Star Wars prototype from the Droids era, Jan Tosh unpainted prototype, an AFA 85 graded, sold for $3,400.
I mean, that population's got to be almost 1, 2, 3, 85 plus for a prototype, because it's Droids. Like there's not tons of those, especially they get really expensive.
Yeah, those were a line that didn't sell a lot, and that's why they're so expensive.
Yep.
And then I remember in the early 2000s when Pokemon was was a big thing, thinking to myself, like, when I was a kid, Muscle Men were so cool and Battle Beasts were so cool. Why haven't Pokemon little figure toys haven't taken off yet? And then I found out there were these little figures you could get out there. They're made by Tomy and Nintendo, and you could get all the different figures and you could put them on the stage, and look how much they sell for. This is Voltorb and Electrode figures sold for $751 just for the two. So
wow.
And then one of the most classic variants is the UK is the Action Force Red Laser figure. One sold loose for $155. So that's basically Cobra Commander with a different paint, as you can see. Very, very cool figure. Okay, and then speaking of cool figures, double telescoping Luke, which I believe were only available in the certificate giveaway, right, Nate?
There are some that are actually that came in the packages as a single. It's just very rare.
Okay,
but you're right. A majority of them were in the 4-pack.
Yeah, the mail away certificate mail away. This one sold loose for $1,100.
This is the one too. When it comes to double telescoping, that where they get into like sometimes they'll have a little mushroom at the end, and it's even rare. Like you'll find out with like Darth Vader and some of the folks, but it's. I mean, like this one right there. Like if this person had this graded, I mean, it looks pretty cleanly.
And you got to be
Yeah.
careful because they started faking the double telescoping
Yes.
lightsabers
Yep.
once 3D
Yep.
printers became very popular.
That's why some stuff it gets into, like the power of the Force.
Yeah.
The blasters are really hard to get, and they're very expensive. Just like with the Mauler heavy metal, like his mic piece. There's different ways. Like some stuff floats, some stuff doesn't. But when it gets into some of that rare stuff, especially the double telescoping, I would not buy unless it's already been graded.
Mm-hmm.
It's just too easy to copy.
Speaking about muscle men, 2 Satan Cross lots sold this week. If you don't know, this is one of the most rare muscle figures out there. In Japan, it was a 2-piece figure. There's a little like horse. This figure was like a half man, half horse figure. So there's a little horse body that goes out the back of it that was original, but they didn't do that in the US. They only put it as the original figure. They call it the Satan's Cross figure because I think it has like a upside down cross somewhere on it or something. But I always called it the football holding figure because it always looked like it was holding a football. But it sells for a lot. So you can see 170 for just loose, and then somebody put up a lot that had it in it, and it sold for 190.
I mean, I had 2 neighbors who lived up the street, and one was 5 years younger and the other was 7, and they had so many muscle men. I was like, no one wants it. I was like, I can't play with these. I was like, they're all the same color. You can't bend them. And I would go and I would just throw them out of the way, and I'd play with all like Boulder Hill, like all their mass stuff.
Yeah.
It's amazing like how much these are worth now.
I know. They're so fun. I love them.
Never would have thought that.
I love muscles and muscle men. I call them muscle men, but they're called muscles. But I always call them muscle men. So that's, you guys know we love those. And then next, I only got a couple more. Starting off with, okay. If you guys... this is more of the convention exclusive G.I. Joe stuff. Check this out. This was a 2008 convention exclusive of Hotwire, who was like an evil mindbender type character for Cobra, and a bat mech. Have you ever seen this, Nate?
I have not.
This sold for almost $800, you guys. He's a mechanic for the Bat program, the Battle Android program. His codename is Hotwire. And this is him, Hotwire with the Bat mech. Now, look how badass this mech is. You could put the G.I. Joe in the mech. And this was from a con, a super small con in 2008. There's probably less than 1,000 people that attended that con, I'd imagine. And that was one of the exclusives you could get there. How freaking cool is that? And it sold
limited 500
for almost $800, $760.
You like how it's limited to 500, and probably back then they probably didn't sell them all.
Yep. Damn, that's so cool. So there's one. Here's another one that I love. This is, and I've talked about this before. There's a couple of great convention sets. This is one of my favorite all-time figures is Shockwave. I love all the reprints of them. Of course, the Night Force one is one of my favorites. But this is the 2008 convention exclusive SWAT 3-pack. Long Arm, Low Light, and Shock Blast. It's a Shockwave figure repainted. So let me show you better. There we go. Let me show you better pictures of these. Here is the Low Light figure. It's just a repaint.
The Dallas. Yep.
Isn't that dope? I love that figure. This is the SWAT version of him. He came with 3 other figures. As you can see, Low Light, who was always one of my favorite figures because of the cartoon, of how badass he was in the cartoon.
I was about to say, I always thought, even like we're talking, I think last week, you're like 86 series. I was like, Low Light. I know you love Low Light.
And look at this figure. Have you ever seen this figure? IED detector.
Not that helmet, and nothing that goes with it. I feel like the top of the body I've seen before, and the head is a Super Trooper head, but I don't recognize the helmet or the accessories at all.
Oh man, that is so cool. That is Shock Blast. Is that? No wait, Long Arm. Long Arm is that guy's name. So, yeah, this sold for $2,000, you guys. This 3-pack sold for $2,000. People are starting to realize how rare some of these convention figures are, and I don't have hardly any of these because they were so tough to get. One that I do have that I've talked about before is this one that sold for $675. This is the 2003 convention exclusive Firefly 2-pack. Okay, let me show you how badass this is. I love Firefly. We all love Firefly. But the 2-pack is amazing because of the color variant. Look at those color variants. The Tiger Force 1, a.k.a. Wreckage, as they call him later, is my favorite. So, and that was 2003. $675 is sold for. It does come with a little file card. So, very, very cool. All right, here is something interesting. Now, this is we've talked
that
about.
Seems really high.
Well, wow. Actually, it seems really low if it is what they're saying it is.
Okay.
So, one of the greatest all-time stories in
Pimp Daddy.
You got it.
Pimp Daddy. Okay.
G.I. Joe is the Pimp Daddy Destro repaint. So back in the late 90s, they did a G.I. Joe like anniversary series where they did the exact same molds of figures. Like obviously there's a version 3 Cobra Commander, a version 1 Baroness, and a version 2 or 3 Destro. I can't remember what version Destro that is.
It was 3. It was after the Iron Grenadiers. And
yeah,
it came
after
out
the
with
Iron
the
Grenadier.
big.
Yep.
Yeah.
And it's funny because that version 3 Destro has 2 figures associated with it that in G.I. Joe lore that are huge. The original with this little piece right here that was they did a recall on because there was something wrong with it that would hurt kids, they thought, so they recalled it. The little shooting piece, which was a very, very cool weapon thing. But this is the Pimp Daddy Destro. Now here's why this is crazy. Pimp Daddy Destro goes down in G.I. Joe lore because it was a prototype that was never released. They changed the way they changed the release on this figure to actually look like this is what they decided to go with. Here's the original.
Yeah.
Right? And so the only way that we saw the other one is through like magazine pictures that they sent out. None got out into the wild. They only made prototypes and mock-up packaging versions of it. Okay? Well, it got so popular when it got out and people saw the cool look of it, and they started calling it Pimp Daddy Destro because he has the leopard print and all the chains, right? And so there's only been a couple sales of the original ones of these, the prototypes, that have sold for thousands. Now, this obviously, to most people who look at it, go, oh, this is fake. Because what they ended up doing is, later on down the line, they ended up doing a special figure for San Diego one year, a Pimp Daddy Destro, but it's a different mold. So somebody had to have done a repaint on this figure, on the original, and put it back in the packaging, or this is a real mock-up that somehow got out. And listen to the description. Here's the description. G.I. Joe 1997 Toys R Us exclusive Cobra Command Team Pimp Daddy Destro variant. I've had more than one collector come forward that this is not an original and is some type of recarded set. So be aware of this when you place your bid. Even though most people will say, yeah, this is fake, people are spending as much as $430 to take a chance on it that it's not.
Hey, where are they located when you're scrolling through there? Are they in Rhode Island? Or anywhere like around Mass?
Let's see here.
Illinois.
Oh, Illinois, yeah.
Okay. Just curious.
Which is that where the plant was, or where's the plant? Massachusetts?
Hasbro's in Pawtucket, yeah.
Okay.
Or the headquarters in Pawtucket, and they built another or a kind of counterpart. So he expanded out to Providence, but with Rhode Island, and then you'd have everybody living in Mass and Connecticut, stuff like that. So usually the Northeast is where you find a lot of like GI Joe stuff
And-
that's
and
still
here's the
sealed,
thing.
original art, just whatever.
Here's why you know it's fake, in my opinion, because it has the Toys R Us tag on it. None of these got out to stores, as far as I know, so they could have never put the actual. If you own one of these, it's not going to have a price tag on it because there was only mock-ups. But it's such a rare figure and such a beloved figure that people are okay to take a chance at $430 on it. So
I'd say you can always open it, take the figure, grade it, and probably make be even. Make more.
You guys ever heard of this? 1978
No.
Japan rocket firing R2D2. It sold for $300. Look at this. Look at the rockets. They look like little butt plugs. Ribs and everything. Don't ask me how I know, because I don't. Look at where the rocket
I've never
fires
seen that.
too. Look at where the rocket fires.
Right, that was belly button.
Yeah. This is crazy, dude. The stickers are still there. I'm surprised they were able to sell this. You know, and that it wasn't considered a hazard for kids. But I've never seen it, so I thought it was cool.
$300.
Yeah, $300. And I think that is it for the market report for New Year's Eve.
Very cool.
So
yeah, that's good.
Hell yeah.
Hey, can I show you something that I just got back that would kind of fall in the market report? But it's not a toy. But
let's see it.
I showed you these before, but they actually just came back from grading.
Oh, hell yeah.
The original
Guns N' Roses.
The original long boxes, still sealed in plastic.
Those are the CDs, how CDs were first marketed. If you guys, old guys like us, remember, this is how CDs were first marketed because you couldn't steal them as easily.
And then you see that the parental advisory. That'll make you not buy it because you have to be 18.
Yeah. And how do you like the grading? Tell us about the grading, because this is pretty cool. Where'd you get it graded, and what was the turnaround time like?
It was actually, it was very fast. So I got it done with the Audio Media Group, AMG. And so I think they do a lot of vinyl. They do the CDs, whether it's just like a regular CD or a regular tape, record. They'll do any of that kind of stuff. So I thought these are really cool. And because like the long box is just the art. And so if you see like the old Iron Maiden, Megadeth, Guns N' Roses, like Metallica, like Master Puppets, I would love to have like a couple of just random ones here and there. But I just remember when these came out, I was a sophomore in high school and I was like, man, these are so cool. I was like, back then, it's hard to imagine like you couldn't buy posters, unless you were, they just didn't have like both these as posters at a store. You may have one or something like that. I was like, oh, I'd love to have both these as posters on my wall. And I was like, if I could ever get these, I remember down the road, I was like, I'm going to get these. I'm get them sealed. So I thought I was sending pictures to the guys like I grew up with, and they were like, holy shit, how did you get those?
Look how cool those would look just on the wall themselves.
Yeah. So I've got to find stands for them. I did see, like, when I was buying a bunch of stands from, I want to say CAS during, like after Thanksgiving for Black Friday. I think they said something like they have some stands that will hold these. So I'm going to find, I'm like, got to try and find that out, but got to figure out where to put them and how to display them. So
that's fucking awesome, dude.
Yeah, I think they're great. Very happy
so
with this.
Sick. Hell yeah, bro. James, you got any pickups, brother?
I got another video game in.
Ooh.
Got Grand Theft Auto 3 in a wad of 10.
Oh, what a great game.
Oh, wow.
That's 10. Well, 10. Yeah.
10.
That's sick, bro.
That is awesome.
So I was happy about that. That was it, bro.
You can't beat that, man.
What a great game.
Well, everybody's
if you
going
get the
crazy.
if you get Medal of Honor, in that, I was like, that's what I need.
Yeah.
Everybody's going crazy playing it right now. I can't believe the thing that's happened with Grand Theft Auto, the role playing communities and the money people are
Yeah.
making off of these RP with Grand Theft Auto. Over the last couple nights, I found myself in a YouTube hole of watching this guy just troll people in these role-playing Grand Theft Auto communities on YouTube. And dude, it is funny watching, like, because everybody takes a role. There are people that play as cops or as nurses or as crackheads, and they're acting out everything like in real life, like it would actually happen. It was like, this is nuts, dude. We have gotten to a point where people are acting out gangster life on a video game role-playing server. Like, the LARP is real, ladies and gentlemen. Holy cow. So I would love to see more cool things graded like that. I mean, I love getting things graded like most people, for the most part, just because it makes them cool to display, a little cooler to display. I think that's the key. But I would love to. I'm so scared to deep dive into the world of video game grading and that type of stuff. And the reason why is because I don't know if you guys have seen this, but I think it can get pretty crazy at some point, and you'll get caught. And this right here, check this out. This is all of the entire U.S. Nintendo license collection
Oh my
in
lord!
chronological order. Check this out.
NES full set in chronological order.
Wow,
Look how cool they are displayed.
they look great.
Just wait.
And this is the first time publicly an NES license set has been
Oh, there's more.
in chronological order. Thank you to Joseph Sullivan and crew. What is your favorite NES release?
Look
or
at
what years did you play the NES?
Isn't that nuts?
I want to tell them to go back so I can see Legendary Wings.
I mean, how cool would this to be have like on your walls in these like plexiglass cases, and those are your walls of your man cave?
You know, that would be cool, just like to get the boxes, because I mean, honestly, it's so it'd be outrageous to have them in the still sealed, but the box art was just always so cool. Because like the one thing at least that was different about that versus Sega always had the black and white checkerboard or the pinstripes, and then they had the design, but it wasn't the color that stuck out on the NES games. Just on the box art was so good.
Yeah, man.
I forgot I had some Activision games that I got into.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So I got a Pitfall.
Oh yeah. Look how dope that looks, bro.
It's a ColecoVision Pitfall.
Yeah, I remember ColecoVision.
9.4. Still sealed too.
Hey, how long did it take you to get these back, James?
2.5 months.
Okay.
I want to say. I think it was pretty close to what they're, because I think they had it at like 45 working days, and it was close to that. I think it stretched maybe a week and a half beyond, but it wasn't too bad. And then
Centipede. Oh, I love Centipede.
Yeah.
ColecoVision.
Yeah, I forgot I got those in the other day too.
I totally.
Dude, I like the that's the Wada case, but I like
Let me see that.
This is the Wada.
Qbert.
Oh yeah.
Qbert Wada.
I like the CGC one better. Was it CGC that you had?
Yeah,
James?
he's got.
Yeah.
Well, these Wada cases though, the sealed tops.
Oh yeah.
That's a Wada.
These are amazing cases. These are like the best video game
look how
cases.
good that looks.
But the CGC, I like them just because, like, if you especially want to put a comic beside it, or Because I was thinking about Pokemon cards, about sending those to CGC to get graded versus PSA, just kind of have like everything kind of matching a little bit. If you get books, comics, video games.
Yeah, that's sick, bro. I love how the CGC label looks. It's just, I don't know, there's something about it on video games and then Pokemon cards. It looks so much better than a PSA label to me.
And the I don't know what the charge is for PSA for Pokemon, but I think I saw on CGC it's like $14 a card.
Well,
and it seems like the turnaround time is going to be obviously much quicker too. And I will just say, sorry to interrupt. I meant to mention on the Guns N' Roses on the long boxes, those were 30-day turnaround time. It was quick. It was a month.
Yeah, that's
I
not
thought,
bad.
yeah, it was very good.
Wow, that's dope. There, I don't know if you guys got your PSA magazine this month, but
The Bo Jackson?
yeah, Super Tecmo Bowl cover.
I was texting you. I'm like, did you get the short print? He goes, I never get the short print. I was like, and we had the same one. But then when Clutch got the short print, because
he's the first person I've ever known to get a variant.
I got a Kobe.
Oh, you got a Kobe?
A long, like maybe, God, it was early in the year. They had Kobe, and I got one of Kobe short prints.
Wow, that's cool. Yeah, man, I think it's nostalgia, you guys. It is the number one thing. Nostalgia is so important in our world right now, and you can see that with the all the cool video games sales and going back. We're looking at sealed ColecoVision, and then you see things like this, the original C3POs.
Oh my God.
Look at that! Remember the little snack pack, small packs?
Yeah.
You can see Nate ate that at least every day, every other day.
Oh man,
I
can hear it in your voice.
I tried to explain to my mom one time. Brian showed on the market report and I was watching as a Wednesday night, and he showed the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle. It was the cereal bowl, and it went for over $300. And the cereal bowl came attached to each just normal size of the cereal box. It was shrink wrapped in. And I remember because we had a lot of them. A lot.
That's awesome.
And I remember my mom at one point started throwing them away. And at some point, our cat had one, was getting food. And I actually, no kidding, when I was home for my godfather's funeral, I was doing something around the kitchen. I started digging in because I'm like, there's got to be one of these suckers hidden back here somewhere in one of these cabinets. But I couldn't find one.
Hold on, John. Let me see what that is. John,
No, I was showing it to
pickups?
James.
You got any
James
pickups?
owns the cover to that.
Yeah,
I do.
Don't you own that one,
though?
though? Yeah. No, I was just showing James, man.
You got any new pickups?
I was at the LCS today. I made some rounds and I grabbed. I passed on the ultimate stuff. I grabbed one of these. I don't know what it is yet.
Yeah, those are those ones that you're supposed to get the ratios in. You should open that sucker up, dude. Open it up.
Okay, let's do it.
I saw a guy pull.
Today?
Yeah, this is the. We'll go over new comic book releases.
Okay.
Next, and we'll. End
Oh,
the
and
show.
it comes. It looks like it comes bag and boarded, whatever's in there.
You have a chance to get any of
And-
the ratio variants through the books they sold this year, and the Edo 1 in 25 Ghost Pepper is one of the books that supposedly you can
Right.
get. I saw a guy pull a Prophet variant, a Youngblood variant for
Oh,
Prophet.
that's cool.
Oh wow! Wow, that's cool.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's
the
cool. Wow.
McFarlane, Frank
This
Miller.
is the
Violator,
the Frank
yeah.
Miller that McFarlane redid.
Drew
the,
over. Yep. It's the
right.
better of
I
them.
actually wanted this too. Yeah.
Wow.
Very cool. I'm glad I actually bought this now because I
Yeah.
actually wanted this.
If you guys have picked up any of those bags that John just opened and you haven't opened them yet, take a video of yourself opening them and tag me in them because I want to see more of those pulls.
I've been snatching up these Disney
Maleficent?
packs. No, not just the Maleficent. They did a Lion King so far. They
Oh,
did
yeah.
this.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And I heard they're going to be doing some other ones that they're putting
Yep.
books out on. So I mean, I don't want to rip it. I just want to
Some of the Disney, I'm about to say, just putting
Yeah.
up because you never know.
And then I grabbed one of these. I am
Terminator.
a Terminator
Oh,
movie
I was
fan.
Yeah, I was curious what came in
So,
there.
well, I ripped one in the LCS for the owner. He's a friend of mine, and it's really cool. I mean, you can get it when you do rip it and pull the book out. They show you some of the books you can get, and some of them are really, really nice. And then I got this. I was just talking about this on the last show.
Yeah,
the
Radiant
Life
Oh, that looks
for
good. That looks really good.
yeah, this was from from Liefeld. He did a Whatnot live sale, and this was the book I was telling you guys that his Youngblood was featured in Radiant Black. So they put his characters on the cover, and then this was the sketch cover. And I told you he was signing both double signatures on both of them for $30. And he
Yeah.
doesn't mess around. He shipped out immediately, and he got here like in 2 days. So, and then James hooked
Oh,
me up.
sick.
Nice.
Right. So, I mean, who doesn't love this guy? I love he
Yeah.
to me. He gives me vibes of the Joker, but in the monster universe.
Yep.
You know what I mean? If you look at read some of his panels, the way
He'll have his
Mark
own. I wouldn't be
writes them.
surprised if there's a spin-off series for
Yeah.
the Hatter just for himself.
That's about it. I mean, everything else is just regular stuff that I'm pretty sure everybody else picked up. This was an awesome Lozano cover.
Yeah.
I'm not really a big, like variant chaser or anything like that for modern stuff, but the
good-looking
Lozano
cover.
guy, he makes some really cool
He
covers, man.
does.
He's a really
I'm gonna try to
talented
get him on
artist.
the show at some point.
And anybody who's a Mark Brooks fan, this is the last book I'm going to show, but definitely try to get a hold of the Sorcerer Supreme #1. This is a really cool Mark Brooks cover.
Well, speaking of Mark Brooks,
so
did you guys see this?
Wow.
Yes, it is so good.
Yeah, this might be cover of the year category already for 2026. This doesn't come out till MegaCon.
Yep.
And it's Absolute Batman number 17, first appearance of the Absolute Poison Ivy. You can pre-order it on his site for $65, I believe. I don't know if it's still available. Looks like it might be. But you can get a signed version.
Signed was only like $5 more.
Yeah. Signed is
Which is cool.
Yep. No, signed is $65.
Yeah.
Same price. So you can get him signed for the same price, you guys, and he's got such a beautiful signature.
He does.
Man.
He does really good remarks too. If you ever get a chance to get a remark from him.
He
Really
is
good one.
one of my all-time favorite artists. I fucking love the guy's art. He is one of the best in the game. And anything he buys or anything he does, I would definitely pick up. Just because he is on the next level right now, and this right here is going to be a monster of a book. So, all right, next, let's look at some of the new releases this week. Shout out to Cover Price. You got the Marvel Knights World to Come #5 is out. Got a very interesting variant to that one with Stormbreakers with Black Panther for Jonas Scharf. By the way, I find it interesting, and this is no shade onto any of the artists that Marvel has been choosing for its Stormbreakers, but I feel like there's a lot of artists that haven't been in the Stormbreaker stuff that should have been Stormbreaker artists, Like, if you guys don't know, the Stormbreaker title is like for like new artists that are up and coming that they give a shot to do a cover, and they're saying, hey, this is a new artist to check out, Stormbreakers or Young Guns is sometimes what they call them. But I'm surprised they didn't have more artists in there. Anyways, let's see what else we got. I love these series, these Predator versus the Marvel Universe stuff, or Predator versus Avengers, or Predator versus Wolverine. All those have been really, really good this year so far. And Predator Kills the Marvel Universe #5 is out. Bjorn Barron's 1/25 for Punisher is fucking awesome. Look how beautiful this is. Great job to choose a good 1/25, Marvel. Like, finally, you do a good thing.
Yeah.
So that is gorgeous. Kari Andrews, again, if there's anybody out there that represents nostalgia for comic book fans, it is Kari Andrews. He reminds me so much of Jim Lee, Todd McFarlane, and Rob Liefeld in the 90s. Like, and I love his style so much. Damn, that's good. That's same issue. A bunch of variants for the Sorcerer Supreme #1, which is what's her name as the
Scarlet Witch.
Scarlet Witch as the Doctor Strange, right?
Sorcerer Supreme, yeah.
And you got the Mark Brooks 1/25. I don't like his animated style as much as his other style, but he's been doing these animated versions.
I will tell you though, but he does such a good animated job. Like he's just good at both. I mean, it's just different than what you're used to, but
it's different.
I mean, his animation, it's
still
really
good. Yeah, and this Jeff Shaw one was very interesting to me. I almost thought it was like a Lobos or a Adam Hughes cover at first when I first saw it, just because of the
It does have that look.
But then so that's kind of interesting. Inluckily connecting the Rose Besh, you have a 1 in 100 for the Rose Besh. Really nice Russell Dodderman. There's a design variant 1 in 10 for it. I like this Dave Wachter 1 in 25 for the Boba Fett black, white, and red. I think that's cool. Look at this one though, the Luke Ross with the dark Royal Guard character. I love that character. So dope.
That is cool. Yeah.
Right?
I love the way they use those guys. If I'm not mistaken, didn't they have a huge Jedi fight with Rey
Yes.
in the final movie?
Yes.
Right? Like in the Emperor's chambers, I think.
In the second one, in the second one, because
didn't they whip out like their versions of lightsabers type of thing? And
because they were the same ones that came in the Mandalorian season 3 at the end, and they're the ones who I guess it was the second to last episode, because they killed the bigger bounty hunter. I'm forgetting his name right now.
Vance.
But because
Chrysanthemum.
No, it wasn't Chrysanthemum. It was just if you remember back in like
I know who you're talking about now. I just can't think of the name.
I'm blanking on his name.
Yeah, same thing. But it's cool that they finally used them, because they always look so badass. I remember when I was a kid and your first time you saw the movie, you just thought, like, when I was a kid, I just figured they were red stormtroopers. Like, I didn't know what they were. And I remember when the figures came out, I think my mother bought me 2 of them, because I told her I wanted one to stand on each side of the Emperor figure.
Hell yeah.
And but it's the first time you actually see them in action and actually see that they're actually pretty badass.
And if you remember in the prequels, they're the purple ones.
Right.
Because you can see that they have the outline for the
there's like a progression of them.
Exactly, just like stormtroopers.
The Blue Royal Guard. Yep.
That's cool when they make those movies, that they're smart enough to go through an evolution of the armors, like instead of just kind of like using the same format, that they show you what they look like, previously, before they evolved into what they look like now.
Here's all the Ultimate Endgame books, and that was one of the variants that John showed, and you guys, from what I'm hearing right now, still the vast majority of them are damaged, but there have been some retailers that have gotten packages in that were mint, which is very interesting. So I don't know if that means that they went back and fixed the issues on the bagging and the processing. But Emmett from Haven from Heroes on last night's industry show opened up 3 of them live that he had gotten in, and he only got 2 covers, or I think he opened 4 of them, and he only got 2 covers, the A cover and another cover, and they were both mint. And then somebody else reached out to me and said that they got some in, they were mint too. But the vast majority of people that reached out to me have opened tens of bags and almost lots of bags to check on them, and they've all been damaged from the most part. But some people are getting them in mint condition, which is interesting.
I was going to report to you, I was at my LCS, they had a whole roll of those bags out, and I did ask my the owner, Mike of Royal Collectibles, I said, were there any damages on your books? He said, dude, I opened up like 20 bags. Every single one of them is damaged. And then he said, I did inform the people who pre-ordered like a dozen of them or more. And I asked them, it's basically up to you. What do you want me to do? And most of the people that pre-ordered just wanted them as is. So go figure. I don't know. I think someone reported, I don't know if it was on this, your show or elsewhere, but someone did say that the original art, maybe it was Clutch. He said that the actual OA, the chase OA inside the on the blanks were actually not damaged. So I think that's what they're still.
I heard the opposite.
You did. You heard they were damaged. Okay, I didn't know. I did hear somebody say that they did find a OA sketch and it was not damaged. So I think the guys are like trying to still pursue that and figuring hopefully they get.
Well, to me, that's the biggest problem, because the biggest reason to buy the blind bags was the only reason to buy the blind bags was for the OA chance. And if all these, for the most part, are damaged, Marvel has to decide, hey, do we do anything about this? Do we offer replacements? And if they offer replacements, they're not going to have enough time to redo the sketches, you know.
Yeah.
So that's a big problem. There's no reason to get them otherwise. So the thing that I've been hearing from most retailers out there is that they believe Marvel's just going to not do anything and just kind of sweep it under the rug, because there's really not much they can do with those. The whole get was those sketch covers, and what are they going to do? You know, get artists to do 1,000 sketch covers in 2 weeks? Like, that's not going to happen, you know.
Well, you guys get to see the I think the second time a year that I actually have a little something to drink.
There we go. Look at that. So, Happy New Year's, brother.
I only have a half a shot of this for my birthday and one for New Year's. So,
well, Happy New Year's.
Cheers, everybody.
Brother. Cheers, brother. And that goes out to everybody out there. So continue to letting me know, you guys, in the comments about the blind bags. I want to know if you ordered them, if you got them damaged or not. I really want to reach out to, you know, somebody at Marvel or Lunar or Penguin Random House. To tell me, give me a little bit more information on how this all worked and what's happening, because neither Marvel or PRH has come out and made comments about this yet. So, all right. You have Torrin Clark 1 in 25 for the Ultimates that has a first appearance of the Ultimate Vision.
Fucked me up. You missed it. I got carried away with the second shot, you know, like finishing it, and it got me. Sorry about that. I didn't mean to
No,
interrupt.
hell yeah, bro. You're good. Feral number 19 is coming out. And you got a Trad Moore variant for that. Oh, no, this is Escape number 5 with the Trad Moore variant. There you go for the Trad Moore fans. But Feral number 19. You got a Five Nights at Freddy homage there. Oh, look at this. Who's this? What's this artist? Let me take if I like this.
Yeah, that's cool. It's kind of cool.
Okay.
The idea is good. Her face is
her face was off. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's all right. There's a lot of chicks out there with off faces that are still hot.
That's funny. There's your Radiant Black stuff. All right. Ryan Brown without the E continues to fucking destroy. He's another one of those guys that his cover art is second to none.
Yep. I saw
Look
that
at
book today in my LCS. It is so freaking nice in hand, man.
That's Ryan Brown without the E.
Very nice.
Boom Studios got a really nice Christian Ward Expanse number 3, Little Death number 3. Here is your Marion Heretic number 3. Great covers. Of course, that Flops Comics is the one that everybody has been talking about. Sold out in an hour.
Don't get me started on that.
I know, right?
Somebody reminded me about it, and by the time I got on there, it was done.
Same with me. I missed out on it too. So, Thundercats, or first Harley Elvira. They did a blind bag for that, and we've talked about this. I'll be interested to see if any of you guys pick this up. What you guys think about this? Let me know. I'd love to know what you guys think. Because that was one of the interesting ones where I thought, oh, okay, maybe if they do this right, and I think they did this cool like card variant of the Amanda Connor art, and I'd love to see how those came out. Next we have Oni, and we don't have much this week, I don't think. Let's see here. Antarctic Press. Dark Horse. I really love that Riley Rossmo variant with the skull in the background with the smoke and stuff. That is Star Wars Hyperspace Stories, The Bad Batch Rogue Agents number 1. Riley Rossmo.
I'm glad they're bringing the bad
I
Batch
agree.
back.
I agree. Great storytelling.
Especially, my guess is too, it's going to include text, so it's one of the stories before, like, you know, he's gone.
Mike Hoffman fans, you got a nice Eerie Magazine number 6.
They're asking 150 for the flops on eBay.
Wow.
That's the Heretic, right? That you were just talking about?
Yeah, the Marion Heretic, yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, flops.
150.
Flops is absolutely destroying. I mean, another one of those artists or creators that we just fall in love with this year, and I can't wait to
And
see
you know
what
what?
2026 is for them.
What makes it even more desirable is that you just don't know when it's coming. It's like you have to follow him on social media, and if you don't, like there's little things that he puts out that are not mainstream, and so you really have to pay attention. And some of the stuff he puts out is just freaking amazing.
Yeah.
Well, and
I mean,
Boom too with their direct reserve stuff. They get they drop it when they drop it, and like
yeah,
there's some cool shit, and you got to
Yep.
pay attention. Like send out emails, but you gotta some of that stuff you gotta jump on it quick.
I love how Teeny Howard commented on this post, and she said, "One of my favorites. Thank you so much. Congratulations on a sellout. Now I just hope they tucked one into my comps." That's so good. So, man, beautiful. And again, we can't say it enough. Greg over at Boom, is one of those. The biggest thing I was asked, I did a interview with Adam Freeman for his industry show. I don't know if they've put it out yet, but I did an interview with him the other day, and one of the things he asked me, he says, what are some of the glaring things that are missing or that you think should be done, or that in 2026 that they're not doing? And I said the most glaring thing to me is how obvious the disconnect is with the big publishers and the big industry, groups. Their disconnect from the actual collecting and buying base. I think the disconnect is so unreal. It's glaring when you finally see it. And a lot of these publishers, big publishers, they don't have their finger on the pulse of what collectors and buyers are really into. And there are a few out there though. And Greg is one of those guys. Greg Hopkins over at Boom is one of those guys that is like really, really got his finger on the pulse. He's paying attention to what we like and what we're into, and he's really shown that, especially over the last couple of years with their setups at cons, the variants and books that they're putting out, how the collectability. He's keeping the print runs low. He's one of the guys that is doing it. I think Bad Idea is doing it too. Shout out to Sienna over at Bad Idea. She's amazing.
Oh, she was great. I still remember watching that interview. She was really, really good.
Yeah.
How much do you think it's just because, like when we were growing up, Marvel was Marvel, DC was DC. Now Marvel is Disney. DC's Warner Brothers.
I think that's a big part of it, Nate. I think that's a huge part
of it. They're just not. The print side of it is just not material enough for them, the executives of those companies to care about.
You got it.
Well, and I think though you look at like Greg and Sienna in particular, and they both have experience inside of a comic book shop.
Yes.
Like Sienna owned like 5 comic book shops.
Ran 5.
She was in North Carolina.
Yeah, ran 5 comic book shops. Yeah, I mean it's they know what the collectors want because they're collectors.
Yes.
So when you've got bigger companies that come in and buy these comic publishing companies and stuff, there is a disconnect there.
Yeah,
they're looking at the numbers, but it's important to have those people in place that can make those changes. Because like just on a retailer standpoint alone, Sienna reaching out to retailers to figure out how to do, I was fortunate enough that I was asked to speak to Sienna about how to figure out their retailer exclusive thing. Like they took notes and they took, they paid attention. And Greg has been an absolute amazing human being to deal with Boom. We've got so much stuff. I've got so much stuff lined up because of him and his help for the first quarter and beyond of next year. And he's just been so easy to work with and so responsive, and he knows cool shit when he sees cool shit. And it's really fun to work with people like that. Like you can't.
I mean, that's a great point, because there's a couple things that stand out to me about in smaller publishers. I guess they're smaller because they're not Marvel and DC, but they're not small because it's
they're not small.
Like Skybound, because what Robert Kirkman's done, because he's taking something he cares about and has made it into something, because the same way we all cared about it, and has made the properties come back to life, and it's really just trying to foster them, take care of them, and then merge them together. I know it sounds small, but McFarlane always keeping Spawn at $2.99. Like there's a guy who's got a finger on the pulse and like understands, like he really cares about like, you know, the guys who read the books. And you know, it's stuff like that. Like they just, you know, and I feel like, you know, Dynamite, these, you know, all these guys, they just have they feel like they're just more in tune with like what we want and what we want to read and how to get it. And then Marvel and DC are just, they're just cogs in the wheel.
They're floating.
Really, at this point.
Yeah, totally,
Yeah.
Nate. They're just filling slots. You look at some of the. Here's a perfect glaring example. One of the best writers in comics right now is David Pepose. Okay, and he has consistently put out amazing stories, and his Space Ghost run has been very underrated for the most part. I don't think people even realize how good the first part of the run was. The last part of the run has been good. I don't think it's as good as the first part of the run, but he's an example of like, here's a guy that has been putting out consistently really good stuff, but he hasn't been put on something long term yet. And you see some of the people they have on long term writing that you're going, what? This guy doesn't. What he's putting out isn't good. But the thing is that they're giving them stuff, and so they think, oh, as long as we're filling slots, we're fine. It doesn't matter if it's good or bad. Well, some of the shit that's coming out is so bad that I don't even know if they're if they're reading it, if they're you know, editing it well. And that's no slight on any editors. I would love for Marvel and DC and Image and even other companies, you know, CGC, Penguin Random House, Lunar, Universal, PSA, you know, all these any big group in the industry, have some PR guys that will come talk to content creators and stuff like us. That is important. Get these stories in front of us. Get answers to things we want to know in front of us. Have somebody to come on and listen to us and say, hey, we hear you guys loud and clear. There should be a PR guy at your guys' company that does that, or a PR group where they say, hey, you know, hire 5 people, and you're the 5 people that reaches out to all the content creators, all the influencers, all the people who are putting out who are the new wizards, right? That's one of the things that I'll continue to talk about. Us content creators, the people who are doing YouTube, IG, Facebook, social media, these videos, and that are talking about this, is the new wizard. We're the new wizard, you guys. And this is how the word of mouth starts. It used to be Wizard Magazine. It used to be going into the comic shop and hearing what's coming from other people. Now, this is it. And you big industry companies, you big publishers, you need to recognize that and have somebody in these spaces to talk to us. That would help so much. It's,
you know, there is a similarity between like the comics and the action figures, because if you think about like Disney again, Marvel Legends are a little bit better, but like think about the Star Wars figures. Like there has been nothing that's come out this entire year. Like everyone in Star Wars, like they don't want Black Series, but they don't come out TV, like they don't come out the Vintage Collection. They have no idea what they're doing. And when they start talking about it and you start getting some more background from like people who leave Hasbro, they talk about how much influence Disney has and how little Hasbro has. My thought is like, how much is that between Marvel and Disney? Like, this is the content you're going to put out. We don't want to put this out. It's just, if you're not going to do it right, just send it off like they did, like Hasbro did with Mask for loyal subjects. Hey, you guys, we're not going to do Mask figures. You guys go do it.
Yep.
If you're not going to do this story right, just send off the Image or send to
license it out.
out.
Get somebody
Exactly.
to do it right. Totally.
Get somebody who's going to do it right. Amazing Spider-Man. You can put the M on there, but send it out. The Boom or Dynamite, somebody who knows how to write and draw it.
A perfect example is Marvel's Ultimate Universe. They're saying that they originally said it was only going to be 2 years, and didn't. You said that the maker's storyline was 2 years lost in this universe. You didn't say that was going to be the end of everything. You didn't say it was only going to last 2 years. You told us that originally. Yeah, originally you told us it was only going to be a few titles, but then when it took off, you tried to make more out of it than it was and made a bunch of extra titles that were useless for the most part.
Because
Didn't do
Spider-Man's
well.
great, but the
Yes.
rest were
Yeah. And
Peach
now,
Momoko and X-Men.
yeah, now you're saying that, no, we were only going to do this for 2 years, and you're killing it off. Like, what a waste! And that's what we mean. You everything's a cash grab now for the most part for the big companies. DC's doing a nice thing right now where they're riding Absolute, but how long will this last? Are they going? When's the next?
Yeah,
DC?
they're gonna ride it into the fucking ground though.
Yeah. We'll see, man. We'll see. I'm very happy about what DC has been able to do with Absolute, but how long will that last? Is that going to be like, last year at this
least
time?
that universe is way better than the Ultimates because I mean, between Superman, obviously Batman, Green Lantern, Wonder Woman, like
yeah,
they've got good titles.
Well, here's the thing, though. At this time last year, we were talking about Ultimate Spider-Man and the Ultimate Universe being this amazing thing. At this time next year, how are we going to... it's going to be very interesting for us to look back on Absolute Universe next year at this time, if we're going to be talking about it differently. And that's what we need. We need these... Continuity is the backbone of comic books for most of us. It's those stories that we loved growing up that have built all these characters. We don't want you to constantly be rebooting everything. Continuity is king. It's king in this world. Don't keep rebooting this shit. But don't get me wrong. I love the Absolute stuff. It's great storytelling. But you can do that storytelling in regular series too.
Mm-hmm.
That's one thing I always liked about, like, was it Sean Murphy when he had his Batman runs and he had the different miniseries that kind of came through, but they were all connected and they came through at different times. I always loved those series.
I did too.
Loved them.
Yeah, Elseworld stuff is great. Totally love it. And if that's how you can tell those stories, perfect. Just tell, hey, this is an Elseworld story. This is a Vertigo Black Universe story. It's a retelling. It's a one shot. Whatever. That's fine. Do that instead of rebooting everything all the time, because then it's just tiring. It gets old. But the disconnect is real. They don't understand what we're looking for. Overprinting, not choosing the right ratio variants, not knowing who the hot artists in the industry for. How long did it take for the industry to realize that Mark Spears was a big deal? I think part of the industry still hasn't recognized it. How long is the industry going to take to recognize, some of these amazing artists? Like, thank God for Lobos. Shout out to Lobos, who's finally gotten that. Marvel is putting him out on these big books, but is Lobos recognized? He's one of the few that have gotten that big world yet. And what does that mean for him? I don't know what that necessarily means for him, because I know notoriously DC and Marvel do not pay very good rates.
Yeah, they don't pay shit.
They don't pay anything.
They don't pay shit.
Yeah. So that's another thing. Like, you're going to have to pay for some of these artists and some of these creators. And I feel like that's the thing. They would rather pay shit writers and shit artists, and this is no shade on any particular person out there, to get something in quickly and fill a slot rather than have it done well, if that makes sense. And then they're just taking darts and throwing them at, okay, put up the 10 covers that we have. All right, here's the ratio 1 in 25, throw a dart. Here's the 1 in 50, throw a dart. Here's the 1 in 10, throw a dart. The rest are all A, B, or B, C, D, whatever.
The way you did it, I was actually going to say it reminds me a lot of the way that Topps does it, almost like Fanatics, because they do not take the best, like, hey, this version should be what's on the short print or super short print. They'll take, like, Otani on a regular card, doing his 50-50 with, like, the base in the air, and then they'll take, like, the super short print. It's just him, like,
sitting
in front
there
of a microphone.
Yeah.
Or just something.
Yeah.
It's just like, who's picking these? Someone has no idea, no concept about, like, the collectability and, like, how these things work. It's just amazing to me. Like, they have absolutely no touch and feel. And I just, again, the way Topps now is part of Fanatics, it just feels like.
Has Topps done a super short print of Otani of his dog yet?
I don't think so. I haven't heard one.
One of the Otani
Which makes
super
sense.
short print should be his dog running on the field.
Yeah.
Because that's a big part of the Otani lore, is that dog that he has, you're right, Nate. I think that there's so much money coming into the collectibles world that they are just trying to fill slots as fast as possible right now.
Yeah.
So
I don't know. My favorite argument when people that are anti variants, like comic variants, are like, there's too many of them. It's like, name your favorite artists, because you wouldn't see any of their work if there wasn't variants. Because Marvel and DC are not paying these guys a livable wage.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, they are fucking not. So if you like the Ivan Taos and you like all these other big artists, like, the reason they exist is because retailers like me will pay them 3 to 4 times what Marvel will pay them to do a fucking cover. Because these guys aren't scrambling over each other to make $600 to do a cover for Marvel. Like,
You know, when you talk about like Liefeld on his thing, he always kind of complains about, hey, you got to do interiors. You can't just do the covers. You got to do interiors. But to James' point, if these guys aren't going to pay him enough,
damn right. Yeah,
I mean,
that's why you see
that's
these
on
guys.
That's on them.
They're, you know, all these creators are like, you know what? I'll do covers for these things to pay for. I'll do my own book and do my own interiors and put it out as a Kickstarter, like Sveta's doing with the Unholy 3 stuff, like Mark is doing with Monsters, like Flops is going to be doing. He's got his own thing that he's working on. It's going to be you know, Kickstarter. Like they can do it on their own now. So and Mark Miller was the first one that I remember saying, like, I can make more money optioning one of my projects for the whole year than I would have made working on 3 projects for Marvel the whole year. And that's just optioning. That doesn't mean getting through.
I say, because didn't he
filming.
option to Netflix? So it didn't.
Yeah, half the stuff didn't
run
get
through?
made. I mean, some of it got made, but you know, and he said
he still gets paid.
He still gets paid if it gets optioned. It doesn't have to be made, and he gets paid more from one option than he would working on 3 projects for Marvel. That's fucking crazy. So from one of the best writers in the game. That's what I think we all mean where they don't look at the comics publishing side as something that's important anymore. It built everything. It gave us the IPs and the characters that you make all the licensing money off of for the shirts and the mugs and the video games. And
I feel like they're the Vince McMahon. Like, I just need to go bring back Bret Hart and do his introduction. Just like, I just need this book to have a cover, and then get everybody excited, and then, you know, once it falls apart, I'll just figure out. I'll get Kurt Hennig to come in for the next one, and I'll just, you know.
Yeah. Well,
would now be a prudent time to announce Hive's plans for 2026?
I was gonna say, what do we have coming up in 2026 for Hive Comics?
Hive Comics is starting a publishing company.
Woo! That's what I'm talking about.
And we will have our first Ash Can at MegaCon.
Wow.
So we pushed our timelines up a bit, but we're gonna have an Ash Can for MegaCon, issue 0 for San Diego, and issue 1, and the monthlies will start at New York.
Do you have a title or anything else that you can tell us? Or
It's Encrypted, and that's the title. But it's it's being furiously worked on right now. But it's Brian Sincere and Christina Blanche are both co-writing, and it's gonna be really, really cool.
Do we get a James variant cover?
Maybe. They've been asking me. I don't know. We'll see. But no, the cool thing about it is it's not like my brother wrote a great book that we're going to be publishing as well. There's a couple other things. I've talked to a few freelance writers. They're going to come on board and do some projects with us. But the cool thing about the Encrypted one, though, is it's tied to a 501c3, and all of the proceeds of the comic are
money.
charity.
Oh, that's sick, bro.
That's good.
It's Brian Sincere. He's a big charity guy. He's always doing stuff. Everything he does is charity based. It's pretty insane. He does like sketch cards and he auctions them off for charity, and like he's always doing stuff.
That's awesome.
So that was his big thing with it, is he's had this thought in his head, this book, and Christina's helped him, really get it on paper and really work through a lot of it. And that was his big thing. He's like, I just want it to be for charity. So if you want to be on board, and I'm like, dude, I'm 100% down for that. So
how do you spell Brian's last name?
CENCERE. And when he does his charity stuff, he usually does it on Whatnot. He's got a Whatnot over there, and then he's got a partner that helps him out with that stuff. That does a bunch, Doom variants. Yep.
Oh, wow.
So he does like all those sketches and stuff that he does. He's constantly doing sketches and sketch covers and sketch cards, and he auctions them off and donates some money to charity.
Wow, he's got some good stuff.
Yeah.
That's
And he
cool.
just enjoys it. He was doing it as just a fun thing, and then a couple people were asking him to do things, and so he just turned it into a big charity thing. Him and his wife and his kids, that's like it's their family pastime is to do charitable work, which is pretty admirable.
Hell
So,
yeah. That's cool, dude. Well, that's big news. That's really
That's
big
awesome.
news. So MegaCon, you guys, is going to be nuts. So I hope we see you guys out at MegaCon in March. We're going to be there. We're going to have a lot of fun. It's going to be a Beyond Wednesdays hangout like no other. I would love to try and do a live show with all of us while we're out there. If there's some way, I know I've talked to Sean Hell Destroyer about maybe setting up some type of podcasting room and doing a live show in Orlando. I would love to do some type of thing if possible, like to do a live show in a panel room there where we can not only, send it out to the internet, but set it up live for anybody that's there and live audience and, just have people come up and we'll set up a camera and mics and just do a show from the con. So I think that would be great. And then there's so many amazing exclusive things that are going to be happening at MegaCon that is going to be nuts. We've heard about at least 3 tonight that are going to be crazy. And then there's so many more going on behind the scenes right now. 2026 is going to be a crazy year, not only for comics, not only for our favorite artists and creators, but also our favorite retailers and Beyond Wednesdays. So thank you so much, you guys, for supporting us throughout the year. We hope you guys have enjoyed the content. We hope that you guys have been able to pick up some really cool items throughout the year on these live shows, and hopefully you found some of your favorite artists and creators and books through Beyond Wednesdays, and we can't thank you enough. So that being said, 2025, great year. 2026 going to be even better, and we'll see you guys next time. So much love. Adios.
Life moves pretty fast. You don't stop and look around once in a while, you could miss it.